This is a special sports presentation of the Wallingford Broadcasting Company.
It's time for the WBON TV Game of the Week. Your coverage of local high school sports on WBON TV is presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair and brought to you in part by Eastern Kentucky University, Madison County Ford, People's Bank, Linex of Richmond, Berea Urgent Care, White & Associates CPAs, Urban Healthcare, Estill Clinic Pharmacy, and Madison Drug, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Gateway Cycles, Cumberland Valley National Bank, Renfro's Collision, Hometown Dental, House of Q and Steam Engine, Linville Insurance, and Babcon Electric. Now let's take you to the field for local high school sports coverage on WBONTV.com. Now let's go live to the field. Welcome in everybody to WBONTV.com and the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting 192.5 WEKY live here for the regional championship game at Madison Central with Tom Gross. I'm Michael Watkins here on the Eastern Kentucky University pregame show. The campus beautiful awaits you in choosing your college. Choose Big E. Choose Eastern Kentucky University. For more information, go to eku.edu or search at EKU on Twitter. Tom, it has been 14 years since Madison Central played in this game, and what a night it is here as the Indians welcome in Connor with the regional championship on the line.
And thank goodness, knock on wood, no rain tonight, so we're going to have dry conditions. Wind not bad at all tonight either, so elements aren't going to have a whole lot to do with it tonight.
It's just cold.
Yes, it's cold, but still, they can gear up for that. You see the long sleeves and the gloves and everything. So
heaters on the sidelines. I mean, they've got heat down there to keep these guys warm.
Right. So everything's going to be neutral for both teams. And now we will actually get to see a game here in the last 6 or 8 weeks where we can actually see the physical ability and how well the team's going to play against each other. And these two teams matched up really, really well for this one.
Tons of ways to catch this game tonight if you're out and about listening to us. Again, we are on 92.5 WEKY on the radio site as well as 103.5 WKXO. And there are 4 ways to watch us tonight. Live on our Facebook page for WBON TV, but you can also go to WBONTV.com, click the Watch Live button, and watch us live there. You can stream us live over on our Roku channel, so if you're at the house and you say, hey, I've got a Roku stick or a Roku channel, you can search WBON TV, watch live on your TV at home, and we're also streaming live now on YouTube. A quadcast is what it's called. That is above my pay grade, Tom. I just do what I'm told, and we are on a quadcast tonight. Tons of ways to watch this awesome game between Madison Central and Connor, and we're hoping the Indians can get past this game and make it to semi-state next week. Man, oh man, this crowd is electric. I was down there when I pulled up. I was, for the first time this year, saw a group of tailgaters. So I went over and talked to them. It was a bunch of parents, and I said, why haven't y'all been doing this all year long? So maybe next year that's something that we can look forward to is a tailgate before every football game. But these guys are fired up. The fans are fired up. The community here in Richmond is fired up, and rightfully so. For the first time in 14 years, it is Madison Central playing for a regional championship.
Looking forward to this game. If the Indians can pull this one off tonight, I believe you told me earlier that this will be the first time they will advance to the round of 4.
I believe I'm right on that. Now,
okay.
I've not been told that, but looking back, it's been 14 years since the last regional championship. I don't think they've ever made it past this game as far as Madison Central goes.
Right.
So if anybody on Facebook or is watching can correct us on that if we're wrong, we would greatly appreciate that. But that is, to my knowledge, this is the furthest they've ever been to surpass this. This team is something special. And I was telling some of the parents, the last time that I was this much emotionally invested into a team was my last year doing Breathitt County football, and my little brother was a senior on their team when they made it to the semi-state game and lost to Belfry. And after that game, I was crushed. I was crying because, it was my last broadcast on the radio up there. But just the fact that I was a part of that team, I feel that way with these guys. We've had them on the sports show. I talk to Coach Centers almost on a weekly basis. I love this team. I love these guys. And the reason I think I like them so much is they're all business. You can tell how much they want this, and they're a family atmosphere. These guys are ready for tonight, and so are you and I, Tom.
It got good for me about the second or third broadcast in when they had that really good game where they could do no wrong, and the defense just shined, which they have. If you take the whole season and put it in a nutshell, I've given them a grade of 90 to 95% over the course of the season. They have been tremendous on defense for a high school football team. They have done a fantastic job, and they actually kept the team in the game last week so they could be here tonight. 6
turnovers last week forced by the defense. Tremendous job last week. Over on our Facebook page, we've got Edward Terry saying hello to us, as well as Steve Cole, who says hello to you and I, and Maggie Holberg watching us live from North Dakota. She is Ashton Holberg's grandma.
All right.
She's watching this live tonight over on our Facebook feed. Guys, we'll take a 3-minute commercial break. When we come back, we'll preview tonight's matchup between Madison Central and Connor. Regional title on the line. Do not go anywhere. Back in 3 minutes on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
Story all about how my mama keeps a slip turned upside down. I'd like to take a moment to sit right there, and I'll tell you how we stay in trouble at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. On North Estill Avenue, born and raised, in Richmond's where I spend most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing all cool, fixing small engines with lots of tools, when a couple of guys with yards were no good started buying mowers to clean up their neighborhood. I ordered a few hundred mowers and Mom got mad. We need a new shop for you and your dad. We got Cub Cadet and Grasshopper to go far and near. Some even have a steering wheel with an engine in the rear. If anything I could...
Serious house hunting? Home improvement projects? Or maybe
Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it, love it, use it.
Back here at Madison Central High School for the regional championship game, and if you're watching us on WBONTV.com, we welcome you into the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Gateway Cycles located in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. Tom here live on the EKU pregame show, where tonight Madison Central trying to win the regional championship. It'll be the first time in 14 years the Indians have made it this far, and both Madison Central and Connor earned the opportunity to play tonight by coming back in last week's games. The Indians, of course, fell behind 10-0 versus Tates Creek, scored 13 points in the first 50 seconds of the fourth quarter, and held on by forcing 3 turnovers on Tates Creek's last 3 drives, and were able to hold on for the win last week. And Connor actually trailed 19-0 versus their rival Cooper before coming back to win 20-19. Indian football is chasing history tonight. During the regular season, Madison Central football secured the 12th district championship in school history and the 1 seed for District 8. This week, the Indians are trying for the 10th win of the season, as well as the opportunity to advance to the state semifinals for the first time in school history. So we were right on that, Tom. And a win tonight would be the 17th playoff win in school history for the Indians as well. Senior Freddie Chenault is currently tied for 4th on the single-season rushing touchdown list with his 16 so far this year. He needs 5 more touchdowns this season for the single season record. His 21 career rushing touchdowns ranks 10th all time, and senior Ethan Hahn currently ranks 6th on the career receiving yards list with 1306. Ethan needs 160 receiving yards for 5th place all time, and senior Jordan Hatcher currently ranks 4th on the career extra points made list with 49. He is 11 behind Landon White, who is currently playing at EKU, class of 2016, for 3rd on that list. So some seniors for Madison Central, a chance to climb up the ranks in Madison Central history. Coach James Trosper of Connor has built his team into a steady, consistent winner. Running back Kristen Webster and quarterback Jared Hicks, as well as wide receiver Tate Niederman, pace a very stout offense for the Cougars. And linebackers Clayton Boyd and Aiden Camp lead the way for a very, very disciplined defense. Tonight, Tom, it's all about execution. Madison Central has to execute. They have to play their game, and they have to find some way, I think, to get going early.
Yeah, I believe that it's going to be a night where the team that gets out and gets momentum going in their favor early is going to be the team that could possibly dominate the entire football game. Now, we know that both of these teams can play catch-up and come back in football games, but I think when you're going against an equal, that's one thing that you don't want to do, because, you know, and no lead is going to be a safe lead because of that. You know, Connor comes back, they come back, scored 20 points against a team that had 19 on the board against them and get the victory. And then the Indians come back. What could go wrong went wrong for them offensively in the game until the end of the game. And then, man, they started putting it together. Things started happening. The defense got them fired up. And there you go. Big win, and they're in this ball game tonight.
We have a Cougars fan watching us over on our Facebook page as Jody Sunderman Noble says, "Go Cougars." And Anna Jimaway Richmond says, "Go Central." So we got some competing fans over on our Facebook side as well.
That's always fun, yeah.
We are live here on the EKU pregame show. When choosing your college, choose Big E. The campus beautiful awaits you. Choose Eastern Kentucky University. For more information, go to eku.edu or search at EKU on Twitter. Tom, when we come back, we'll run down the Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game tonight for a Madison Central victory back in 3 minutes on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead. Play with fire. Think on your feet. Or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new. Something big. Something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies have been an essential part of your community for over 20 years. We care about giving the people of Estill County the best service because we are part of the community too. Our knowledgeable staff is dedicated to making sure your prescriptions are filled quickly and accurately because the people we serve are our neighbors, friends, and family. We offer text message alerts, autofill, medication synchronization, and compliance calls to make sure that you can take one more item off your to-do list.
For your car, home, and business, Linville Insurance Agency has it all for you in one place. We serve the insurance needs of individuals, families, and businesses all over Kentucky. And be sure to stop by our brand new location in Richmond off US 25. We're located right behind Sonny's. Sit with us and let us quote you a great insurance rate. Our professional, educated, and experienced staff is here for you locally and 24/7 via our website.
Hi, I'm Lori. I want to be sure to invite you to come visit us at our new location at 1060 Center Drive in Richmond.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
Back here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com, Michael Watkins and Tom Gross here on the EKU pregame show. Tom, what are your keys to the game tonight for the Madison Central win?
All right, are we there?
There we go.
There we are. Number one, we can't have a game like last week.
Yeah.
And
can't start slow.
Can't start slow. You've got to come out and establish a running game, a passing game whenever you need that. But they've got the tools to have a really good evening running the football, especially with the field dry. We haven't been able to see that for how many weeks now. So I'm really excited about the possibilities tonight with the speed that they have. And they've got a couple of great running backs. Wide receiver who can sprint down the field, a long-range receiver who can catch a pass. Things are looking up. As far as keys, good start. Don't turn the ball over tonight. Let's play them the best game that we can play this year, and if this is our best game tonight, let the chips fall where they may.
Madison Central's keys to the game are brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Jack Burford Chevrolet and visit their website, jackburford.com. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here. Glad to have you along. It is a full cast of characters tonight. Our WL Stats crew is Hugh Davis and Rocky Harris. Is it Ferris? Rocky Ferris. I said it wrong. I knew it immediately. Our cameraman tonight is the awesome Austin Hanks, and our producer tonight, Randy Rosenbaum, on WBONTV.com. Tom, it is the first ever meeting between Madison Central and Connor. Connor won the toss, elected to defer. The Indians will receive the kickoff. Madison Central will wear the blue uniforms tonight, white pants with a blue stripe down the pants, white numbers, white letters outlined in red, and the blue helmet with the Navajo chop on the side. For the Connor Cougars, the white uniforms, blue numbers, blue letters outlined in yellow, and the blue pants with white socks. For the Cougars, they got a blue helmet with a big C on the side of it in yellow. Tom, I am pumped. I am fired up. We are glad to have you all along. This is the first ever meeting between these two schools, and I'll tell you what, folks, you have picked a dandy of a night to join us here on WBONTV.com, because looking at the two teams, they are very well matched. This should be a good football game. Here's what worries me, Tom. You know, when you get to the top of the mountain, it's hard to keep going. I mean, there's nowhere else to go. I'm hoping this team tonight for Madison Central is not satisfied with where they are. Now, I don't think they are, but that can be a thing, especially when you're dealing with young guys who have never been there before. These guys want it. They deserve it. But my only fear of tonight is, have we reached it all? Have we reached it already? Hopefully we keep going. Let's keep this train going, because Madison Central, not only do these guys deserve it, not only does Coach Mark Centers deserve this, but the city of Richmond, you guys deserve it as well. We'll see if Madison Central can pull it off for you tonight. A regional championship for the first time in school history. Kicking off for the Cougars is going to be number 12. That is Teddy Schull. And back to return for the Indians, Ben Snap and Ethan Hahn. A little squib kick to get things started, taken by an up man. And we're going to have a flag and then offsides to get things started against the Connor Cougars.
I hope that's not contagious tonight. Man, that was just too many penalties by both teams last week. So hopefully they'll clean this up, and it's just a little bit of anxiousness on the kickoff team here, and we'll get the thing going there. Looked like the Indians were going to have great field position. Now it should be even better.
Exactly. So Schull will kick again. Again, Hahn at his own 25-yard line. Snap back further at his own 20. Schull is a right foot kicker, and this one a little squib kick again. It bounces off an Indian player, and he falls on it at the 41-yard line, make it the 42, and that's where the Indians will begin their opening drive. Derek Miller, the senior quarterback, will get the opening play call. Madison Central, Freddie Chenault is close to creeping up the ladder in all-time scoring touchdowns. Ethan Hahn on the all-time receiving yards list, and Jordan Hatcher on the all-time extra points scored. We need a lot of each tonight, and we'll see if Madison Central can do just that, as Miller will come out with Chenault to his left, 2 receivers left, tight end left, and 1 receiver right. Hand off to Freddie up the middle, and Chenault a good carry on first down as he gets it up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 3, tackled by number 50 of the Connor Cougars. It'll be 2nd down and 7 on the right hash mark at the 45-yard line of Madison Central. After the gain of 3 by Chenault. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. That's Jarrett Mullins. One-on-one coverage matched up with number 6, Justin Daniels. And we're going to have a false start against Madison Central as the ball came out of the hands of the center, Drake Harris, and Derek Miller wasn't ready for it. It'll be a false start against the Indians. Back them up 5, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 12 time. We don't want to see early turnovers. We don't want to see early penalties, and that's what we just got.
I know I got to say something, but I don't want to say it. Yeah, come on, let's concentrate. Every play is important in this football game, and you've got to execute. You've got to concentrate.
Hahn in motion right to left. They'll fake it to him. Miller will keep it himself. Miller bounces it outside. He goes nowhere. No gain. 3rd and 12 on the way. They'll spot the ball at the 40-yard line, tackled by Caleb Irvin, number 4 for Connor. And the Indians' offense is faced with a 3rd and long on their opening drive, and not the start we wanted, Tom. You gained 3 yards on first down, but the false start puts you behind the chains, and now a 3rd and 12 faces the Indians.
Yeah, good move, I think, by the defense here. They're bringing in a rushing squad up front. They substituted for 3 players.
Miller will throw on 3rd down, and he'll throw incomplete. Intended for Jarrett Mullins. Good coverage on the far sideline by number 18, Drew Sigmund. And it'll be a 4th down coming up for Madison Central, and Blake Muntz will come in to punt it away.
Okay, time to shine there, Mr. Punter. Let's put one out there about 35, 40 yards each time tonight. And it might turn out to be a game of field position this evening.
At his own 25-yard line is where Muntz stands. No pressure on him at all. A nice, booming, end-over-end punt. That one is going to go at the 2-yard line. You called it, Tom, and Blake Muntz delivers as he pins the Cougars back deep at their own 2-yard line.
That's going to end up being a dandy punt here.
Didn't see who downed it, but a 57-yard punt by Blake Muntz.
That's a good start.
They spotted at the 3, and the ball going to be on the left hash mark for the Connor Cougars.
And your best offense last week was your defense.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that again right now. Make something happen here.
Cougars don't throw the ball much. It's Hicks in at quarterback. His number 1 tailback is Webster. He'll get the carry. Left side he goes. Webster breaks contain and has a 1st down. Gain of 11 as he gets it up to the 14-yard line. And just like that, the Cougars are out of the shadow of their own goalpost and have a 1st and 10 at the Cougar 14.
A couple nice blocks by the wide receiver on that left side there, which took a lineman out of play, the contained man, and allowed that big gain.
So first down and 10 with 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Indians step off sides. I'll tell you what, execution not there. Indians, they are fired up, they're amped up, but you have to control that in this atmosphere, in this game. A free 5 yards given up. Will spot the football at the Connor 19-yard line. And in the first 2 minutes, the Indians have 2 penalties for 10 yards.
They can get it together here. The crowd trying to get them fired up a little bit. It was just anxiousness was all that was right there.
2 receivers, 2 tight ends for the Cougars. Snap, handoff Webster. Goes up the middle, and he is going nowhere. Might have actually lost a yard. Let's see if forward progress gives him back the 19. It will. 2nd down and 5. Tackled by Jackson Jewett.
Linemen seem to defensively hold their ground that time. And what that did is that forces the back into the hole that they were going to run, and Jewett read it perfectly, got his helmet in there, and for a no-gain situation.
Webster averages 103 yards per game, has scored 14 touchdowns this year, already over 1,200 yards rushing on the season. Man in motion right to left on 2nd down and 5. And off, fake it to Webster. The quarterback will keep it, and Hicks is going to get a yard, and that's it. Indians converge. Jackson Jewett and number 64 for Madison Central, that is Wesley Hall, converge on the tackle, and it will bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Cougars.
Great defense that time. Even though they did pick up a yard on the play, that could have been a real big play, but great pursuit by the secondary of the Indians prevented that from going larger and maybe possibly even another first down.
Big 3rd down early in this football game. It's 3rd and 4 as we creep under 8.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Hicks going to go empty backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers left. Hicks going to keep it himself up the middle. Fakes right, goes left. Tackled by Jewett. Met at the line of scrimmage and backed up. He will lose a yard. Jackson Jewett was there, and as he celebrates, you could see the cold air come from his mouth as he is fired up. Loss of a yard, 4th down and 5 coming up for the Cougars deep in their own territory. They are forced to punt. Great defense by the Indians.
In this situation now, what you want is you want a nice return here, and they should be able to get one. Depends on what type of punt. They might try to kick away from him, kick to the sideline. There's many things you can do to keep it away from a good return man.
Hicks is the punter. He's the quarterback, so you always have to be careful with that. Not a good punt, as this one will take an Indian bounce, and at the 36-yard line of Connor, down by a Cougar. And what field position the Indians have to start this drive, Tom?
It's an excellent break for them. About a 16-yard punt, I believe. So
17.
17. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That is a great field position here. And I always like in this situation to kind of go for the jugular. Go for a deep pass or some kind of, not trick play, but something to catch the defense off guard and punch one in early on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Connor 36-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left, tight end right side.
I'm liking 23 to carry the ball here.
That's what you get. Chenault runs right into a defender, spins away, and is going to be wrapped up and tackled for a 2-yard loss. Back to the 38-yard line, and once again, it is number 44, Aiden Kemp, the senior linebacker, in the backfield immediately to tackle Freddie Chenault.
Okay, this time I like a fake to Freddie, and maybe maybe hit your end coming around like they've run all season.
2nd down and 12 from the left hash mark, 38-yard line. Hahn in motion. They'll give it to him for the first time tonight. Hahn finds a hole. Hahn across the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 11, and that will bring up a 3rd and 1. Great hole provided by the running back, Freddie Chenault. He just kind of slipped out there, provided the hole for Hahn, and he picks up 11 yards down to the 27-yard line.
Quarterback keeper for the first down.
And they're going to have to. Connor sneaks across the line of scrimmage, and an offsides against the Cougars will give the Indians a free first down.
All right, here we go. Red zone's 3 yards away, guys. Let's do it now. Here comes the long-range pass catcher into the ball game.
Yep, Jared Mullins. He's the deep threat. He'll be matched up with number 6, Justin Daniels, the junior corner.
Put a nice little move. Look like you're going to go to the post and then cut it back inside.
They're going to hand it off Chenault on the stretch. Chenault bounces off defenders inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Gain of 7. And the Indians will face a second down and 2. I'll give him a gain of 8.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a sorting out period right here. They're going to see where they can run Freddie. They definitely can't run him in the 1 or 3 hole, 2 or 4 hole on the other side. So, send him outside right there. Big gain.
Second down and 2.5 yards to go. Back up the middle this time. It's Chenault. He spins away, wrapped up, falls forward. He'll be close to the line to gain. The far side official is standing basically on the first down marker. And they're going to say he is just shy of that line to gain. They'll spot it at the 13-yard line. It will be third and about half a yard.
I like the call there. And Freddie, he gets those pistons going. He's going to give you a full effort every time he gets the ball in his hand. So let's see what we can do right here. Let's get the first down.
Miller up under center. They bring a linebacker right over top of him. It doesn't matter. Miller has the first down.
Plenty of room.
He gains 2 yards, needed half a yard. First down, Indians at the 11-yard line, Tom.
Cool thing about this, and I always like this in football, is they can get a first down without scoring. So if they can get it inside to 1, possibly can get a first down. Should the team prevent them from getting in the end zone, then they get 4 more cracks at it.
4:55 to play in the first quarter. Miller up under center. Muntz goes right to left in motion. He's the lead blocker for Chenault. Left side, Chenault bounces off a defender inside the 5. He may have a first down. That is going to be really close to a first down, depending on where they spot the football. They are going to say inside the 3 at the 2-yard line. It'll be second down and 1. And Madison Central just giving it to their bell cow back. Freddie Chenault has a second down and a yard with 4:39 to play in the first quarter.
I'll take a milk with a little bit of Hershey syrup in it. Be good. Bell cow.
We're going to get the power formation. Sawyer Cruz and Jackson Jewett at fullback, lined up in front of Chenault. They'll give it to Freddie. And Chenault going to be pushed back. He will lose 2 yards back to the 4-yard line. It will be third down and 3 for Madison Central.
Good opportunity for a little dump pass now. Reason being, everybody's coming. I mean, everybody was coming that time. Nobody was covered 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage. So here we go. Let's see what the Indians choose to do. Got a lot of running room on that right side, too. Love to run something right here.
Ball on the near sideline at the left hash mark. Power formation once again on third down and about 4. Handoff Chenault. Freddie up the middle. He won't get it. Second effort. We're going to be close to a first down. The far side official has him as a first down. No signal yet, but it is going to be extremely close to a first down. Still no signal.
Well,
will we get a measurement here?
They moved it back. From where he was standing.
It's fourth down.
Yeah, they moved it back about a half a yard. So
Central will go for it.
1.5 yard line right now.
Big play early in the ball game. 3:25 to play in the first quarter as Derek Miller brings the play call in. I think this has got to be a spot for a quarterback sneak. We'll see. As Miller goes up under center. Linebacker not over top of him. Now he creeps up. And offsides. Miller ran the perfect cadence on the snap, and the defender comes over on the line of scrimmage to make it first and goal for the Indians. Tom, this ball is about 3 Donald Foster hairs away from the goal line.
It's close. Now you've got, the nice thing about this, you got 4 cracks at it. But what you want to do right here is you want to go ahead and try to pop it in right now. Let's go ahead, punch it in, get your extra point. You got a 7-0 lead. We're moving down to the waning minutes of the first quarter, and that would be a good spot to be in.
Miller up under center. They give it to Chenault. Touchdown, Indians! Madison Central strikes first. What a drive as they begin at the corner 36-yard line and take it in the end zone with a touchdown for Freddie Chenault as he continues to climb up the ladder as an all-time Indian running back. Now the swinging gate formation as they line up left. They'll swing the gate right. And a Connor player comes off sides. There's the flag. Dawson Rule down there on the near sideline to help out the official. I think he kind of fell asleep there. The Connor guy on this end came all the way across. He was about 5 yards deep in the backfield. And this is one of those times where the Indians normally would go for 2. We'll see if they get tricky with it, as Jackson Jewett is normally the beneficiary of that. Dre is the snapper. They pitch it to Jewett, and Jewett tackled immediately. What a job by number 53, Zane Cahill, as he was immediately on Jewett after he caught the football. Indians lead 6-0. Folks, don't go anywhere. This game is going to be a fun one. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
For expert advice, superior service, and exceptional offers.
Back at Madison Central High School, this one will go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Jarrett Mullins really, really good at that. As the flag comes in, a flag comes in behind the play. And you can hear the coaching staff over in the booth next to us, Tom, saying to quit chirping. Don't know if this will be maybe an offsetting penalty. Normally early in the game, you like to set the tone and let guys know you're not going to take any mouthing back and forth or whatever the case may be. I mean, this is a big game. You got to keep the emotions in check.
Trash talk?
Yeah, I was an expert in that field. Although I wasn't really good enough to back it up. That was my only issue. Let's get the flag. Wow, it's against Madison Central, number 41.
41, they said.
That's Caden Layton.
Yep.
So the Indians lead 6-0. Here come the Cougars in their second drive of the football game, now trailing. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver right for the quarterback Hicks, who is yet to attempt a pass. As I say that, he will throw one here over the middle. Pass is caught. A nice throw over the middle. A wide-open receiver, number 21, Tate Niederman. He caught a huge touchdown catch last week in the come-from-behind win over Cooper, and he puts this one inside Madison Central territory at the Indian 40-yard line. A huge pickup on the first play of the drive of 25 yards.
Nice execution, good blocking by the offensive line, and the receiver ran a perfect route. Good throw.
2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left side. Ball on the left hash mark is a handoff to number 24. That's Webster. And Webster, not much room there. They'll give him a yard across the 40 and down to the 39-yard line.
One thing that's impressive, Michael, is that Jackson Jewett, he's in on every play.
Yeah.
I mean, he is in on every.
He flies to the ball.
Yeah, he's got a nose for where the football is and where it's going to go, and Well, what a great guy to have in your backfield there as a linebacker.
2nd down and 9. Ball now on the right hash mark as they pretty much went left to right, not north and south. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right for Hicks. He will hand it off to Webster again. And Webster this time spinning away from defenders. They'll give him a 2-yard gain, but again, Jackson Jewett, John Collins, and a couple other Indian defenders in on the tackle as it will bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Cougars.
Ben Snap also hustling over there to help with the cleanup purposes there in case he would bounce off and try to go for a few more yards. One thing I've seen thus far in the athletes from both teams this evening is there's no quit when they have the football. They're trying to get as many inches or yards as they can pick up out there.
1:09 to play in the first quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Cougars. Left to right goes Webster, 5 wide for Hicks. He'll throw. Miller and Muntz bring pressure, and Miller gets to the quarterback. Down goes Hicks. Loss of 4, and that will bring up a 4th down and 10 for the Cougars. That's what Derek Miller, who's your starting quarterback, can do when he comes in at that defensive end position, Tom.
So the blitz package comes back out. Miller will get some high fives as he gets to the sideline there, along with the other 2 that come out on that. But, man, that's a good it's great.
Yeah.
Specialized positions just for 3rd down situations.
Trips left, 1 receiver right. They're going to go for it on 4th and 10. Indians bring pressure up the middle. A little screen pass. They try to set it up. Hicks can't find anybody. Going to have to get rid of it. Throws it away. And the Indians are saying they will get it, too. He was out of the pocket, but there was nobody within the vicinity of where the ball was thrown.
And he threw the ball. It didn't even get to the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
So it was no attempt to get it to near a receiver.
So the 4th down, turnover on downs, and the flag will set the football up around midfield. At exactly midfield is a 10-yard penalty, and the Indians will take the football over from there, Tom.
All right, here we go again. Let's move it. Let's take it down the field and score another touchdown here. Get yourself in some kind of shape for a nice lead here as we head into the second quarter.
So it'll be 1st and 10. The officials having a discussion from the midfield stripe. That's where they'll have the football at. Great field position once again for this Indians football team. They started on the 36-yard line on their last drive, ended up marching it down the field and punching it in the end zone on a Freddie Chenault touchdown run. Now Derek Miller will lead the charge from the midfield stripe. Ball is directly in the center of the field at the 50-yard line and dead center of the MC from Madison Central. Hahn goes in motion. They'll fake it to him, give it to Chenault. Yep. Freddie up the middle. Has a gain of 6 down to the 44-yard line, tackled by number 52, Samuel Clements, the sophomore defensive tackle for the Connor Cougars.
Well, Freddie had 3 yards, and Clements had a hold of his leg, and he pulled him 3 yards for the big gain.
That'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Madison Central with a 6-0 lead after 1 on your People's Bank scoreboard. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Pulled pork, brisket, ribs, burgers, hand-cut steaks, prime rib. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue in Irvin. Whether you like your meat cooked low and slow or seared and sizzling, House of Q has just the thing to ignite your taste buds. Eat inside in the beautiful dining room or outside on the biggest patio in 4 counties. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue at 77 River Drive in Irvin.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
Man in motion as the Indians hand it off to Chenault up the middle again. 1st down and more for Freddie. Blockers in front. Chenault tries to bounce it to the left side, but is tackled from behind by number 21 of Connor. That is Tate Niederman. Niederman comes in to make the tackle, but after a huge gain by Chenault, as the Indians have the football at the 25-yard line, a gain of 20 yards. 1st and 10, Madison Central, and Freddie Chenault having himself a ball game. 10 carries, 45 yards, and we're just underway in quarter number 2, Tom Groves.
Yeah, I've said it all season. You got to dance with the girl you bring to the dance.
Man in motion is Hahn. They'll give it to Chenault once again. This time nowhere to go as he is wrapped up and tackled by Clayton Boyd, the freshman. Boyd comes in to make a big tackle for loss. Back to the 27-yard line, loss of 2. Indians are facing a 2nd down and 12 from there. Kerry Park says, do I smell a TD? Indians scored on a 9-play, 36-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 23 seconds off the clock on their last drive. Now trying to take it down the field once again as their 3rd drive of the football game. Now 2 backs in the backfield, Joe Burton and Hahn. They'll give it to Ethan Hahn. Hahn breaks a tackle, stiff arms another defender, but is pulled down by his arm by Niederman on the far side, and that will bring up a 3rd down. A nice tackle by Niederman. He was the only man on that far side that was near Hahn. Hahn put the stiff arm out there, but Niederman just used that to make the tackle.
Well, coming from the free safety spot, he had to cover a lot of ground, which he did, and very quick athlete back there, and he was able to get over there and prevent that from being a large gain, and now it's 3rd and long for the Indians.
3rd down and 8 from the 23-yard line. Tight end left side, 2 receivers that way. Miller will fake the handoff. He's rolling right, looking down the field. He's going in the direction of Holbrook. That pass way out in front and incomplete. He had Hahn and Muntz over the middle, but didn't give it time to develop. And that will bring up a 4th down. And let's see if the Indians go for it or send the kicking unit out. That's what they're going to do. Send Jordan Hatcher out there for what will be about a 33-yard field goal. Scratch that. It'll be a 40-yard field goal. Let's see where they spot him at. It'll be a 41, as Hugh Davis just said. Going to kick it from the 31-yard line. The holder for the Indians is Berry. Josh Berry to hold. Hatcher to try to extend the lead for Madison Central with 9:55 to play in the first half. Good snap. Kick is blocked. It's blocked. And the Indians trying to get to it. It's still on the ground. The Indians finally come in to make the tackle. The ball is loose, and the Cougars will recover it at the 44-yard line.
Well, actually recovered by the Indians, but it's going to be Cougars' ball from there, and that's one rule in football I'd like to see changed, because they clearly had possession of the football as he tried to run with it, and then it was stripped away from him, so they became the offense. The Indians became the defense, but because of the down and everything, I understand why they turned the ball over there, but if they would get clear possession on that and then you're able to strip the ball from them, that should be an advantage for you.
Yeah, the Cougars brought pressure. They blocked the kick attempt, and now they have great field position at the Indian 45-yard line. Hicks sends a man in motion. That's Niederman. They'll give it to Niederman. And Niederman gets away from Rhodes, and a nice tackle on that far side by Ben Snap. Snap comes in to make a nice play. Give credit to David Rhodes. He pushed the tailback backward, and then Ben Snap came in to make the tackle. Loss of 3 back to the 48-yard line on the right hash mark. The Cougars have the football.
Indians get to see that play in practice every day. Why would you run the same play that they run when you know their defense is going to be looking for that, and they just sniffed that out nicely.
Hicks to throw on 2nd down and 13. All day to throw. Can't find a man open. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Ben Snap on the coverage, intended for Niederman once again. And it will be 3rd down and 13. And in come Blake Muntz and Derek Miller.
That name just keeps ringing in my head, Niederman. I think it was from Animal House.
Maybe.
But that was Niedermeyer, I believe, not Niederman.
3rd down and 13 from the Madison Central 48-yard line. Indians lead 6-0 with 8:55 to play in the second quarter, and a timeout by the Cougars. Big game, folks. Original title on the line. We'll be back in 1 minute on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County.
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking and lending services. And unlike some other banks, we make all decisions locally. When you don't have time to wait, count on us. People's Bank is the perfect fit for your busy life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
People's Bank with lots of locations to serve you. Give them a call at 986-6860 and check them out online, whitakerbank.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care are only $15. DOT and CDL physicals are just $55. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Berea Walmart is open every day from 9 till 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care Centers, here when you need us.
3rd down and 13. Hicks rolling out. He's pressured. That is Derek Miller once again. And Miller brings him down for a huge sack deep in Cougar territory. That's a loss of about 15 yards. Tom, this is the first time that I've actually seen Derek Miller get to the quarterback, and that is the second time tonight that he has done so. It'll be a loss of 14 back to the 38-yard line of the Cougars.
Well, 6'3", 215 pounds goes a long way when you're on defense.
4th down and 27 yards to go. The Cougars will punt with Hicks, who is the quarterback. Always got to be careful with that situation. Back to punt. Ethan Hahn, I believe, is back at his own 30-yard line. Is that Hahn or Snap? That's Hahn.
He'll have trouble punting this, too, where the first down marker would be for them on offense.
Hicks gets it away. This one a much better punt than his first one. Hahn will return it. Hahn with good blocking in front.
Oopsie.
Ethan Hahn gets around the edge, still on his feet. Blockers in front. Hahn cuts it back, still on his feet, and is going to be tackled as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Finally brought down, but what a job by Ethan Hahn. Speed kills and speed delivers, and that time Ethan Hahn comes up with a huge return for the Indians. Jackson Jewett here on the near sideline, firing up the crowd. What a job by Hahn to set the Indians up in Cougar territory at the 47-yard line.
I was real concerned, but he got the corner, and once he got the corner, then he had a lot of yards to gain in front of him there.
Really,
and
it
then
was
some nice blocking up front.
It was a wall of his own men in front of him that slowed him down.
Yeah.
2 receivers right for Miller. On the right hash mark at the 47-yard line of the Cougars. They'll fake it to Hahn. Miller is going deep to Mullins. Past the defense. Mullins cannot haul it in. That one was just a yard past the wide receiver, almost an on-the-money delivery by Derek Miller.
Mullins, great job that time. Had a step on the defensive player back there, and ball just a tiny bit overthrown there, but might be signs of things to come.
7:31 to play in the first half. It is Madison Central 6 and the Connor Cougars nothing. I like the aggression on the first play, Tom.
Oh, yeah. Go for the juggler. Let's get some more points. Yeah. We have a juggler at halftime tonight, yes.
2 receivers left. Miller will hand it off to Chenault. Freddie cuts it back left side. Nowhere to go. He'll fall forward to gain 2 yards down to the 45-yard line. A nice job by Chenault. He realized there was nothing there, saw a little bit of a crease to fall forward to, and picked up 2 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Indians.
Yeah, the only drawback of going deep on your first down play is the fact that now you're 2nd and long, and if your running play doesn't work, like get a big chunk, it leaves you with 3rd and long. But this team very capable of picking up 8 yards on any play they run.
3rd and 8. Miller will hand it off to Chenault. Little trickery as Hahn gets the handoff. A big hole for Hahn. Ethan Hahn, first down, Indians to the 35-yard line. Indians getting a little tricky on it now, Tom. The old okey doke, as I call it.
Yeah, razzle dazzle. Little razzle dazzle with a double pitch in the backfield. Changed direction twice, and that keeps the defense on its toes. That's for sure.
What a job by Hahn as he saw a huge show. This offensive line having a really good game thus far. Hahn now up to 25 yards rushing. That one a gain of 11.
Well, I noticed they were playing a 3-4 defense, and now they've gone to 4 linemen. So
Miller keeps it here, and Derek Miller. Not much room, but a gain of a couple of yards down to the 33-yard line.
Well, the running game has them concerned already. You know, we're 6:03 to go first half, and coaches have made that change defensively. They only had 3 linemen, and they were running 5 behind the 3 on the line, but now they've gone to a 4-4 situation here defensively to try to stop this Indian running game.
Second down and 8. Muntz, Hahn, and Mullins to the right side. That's where they go. Screen pass to Hahn. A good block by Muntz. Hahn down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. That will be another first down for Madison Central.
Great play. Hadn't used it yet this evening. Caught the defense off guard a little bit on the play, and a nice gain there.
Tackled by Drew Sigmund. I tell you what, Tom, the Indians are mixing up the play call. This is the best I've seen them mix up the play call all year long. First and 10 here from the 24-yard line. Handoff Chenault, lost the football, and the Cougars recovered.
Oh, that hurt. Now, it was a bad handoff. Freddie was a little bit ahead of the quarterback when they handed the ball off, went off his hip, and, oh, man, that hurts.
When you have chances to score, you cannot take them for granted. Indians had a field goal blocked, and now almost in the red zone, cough it up on a fumble on the quarterback-halfback exchange from Miller to Chenault. And now the Cougars take over with 5:14 to play. And keep this in mind, folks, the Cougars will get the football to begin the second half. Indians had trouble with the fumbles last week. Hicks will throw on first down. He's looking, he's going deep. He's got a man, and that pass is almost picked off.
Surprised there wasn't offensive pass interference on that play.
Story on the coverage. I tell you what, Story and Gaudy have been really good at the cornerback position. You mix in some Ethan Hahn for a quick breather every now and then, and the Indians have really good coverage on the outside. Scott County on top of Simon Kenton, 29-7 at the end of the first quarter. 29 points in the first quarter for Scott County. That ain't good.
Yeah, they're playing some football. They beat the All-Stars last week, and the Mo is rolling, it seems.
2 receivers right for Hicks. He'll hand it off to Webster. Webster hit by Collins. Humphrey, Jewett, they all converge. After a 2-yard gain, it will bring up third down and 8 for the Cougars. Indians doing a good job on Webster right now. He came in averaging 103 yards per game, but to this point, Webster only 16 yards. His long was an 11-yard run. So you take away that one, he's only got 5 yards.
They marked him back a yard on it, too.
So third down and 9, they say. Trips right, 1 receiver left for Hicks. He'll roll out right side. Indians trying to bring pressure. They do. Pass over the middle, and that pass is incomplete.
Holy cow. There's our juggler.
There's the juggler. You were talking about it.
I knew he'd be here.
Garrett Coughlin had that ball in his hands about 3 or 4 different times. Story got a hand on it, but that one was almost a big completion down the field. Indians get the stop they need after the turnover and force a punt here on fourth down. Cougars bring their punting unit on late with 4:17 to play in the second quarter. Now Madison Central gets the football back, Tom. It's really been all Indians thus far.
Yeah, and a couple of tough breaks, a blocked punt, and a fumble or it could be, a 20-point ball game in their favor right now.
Hicks is the punter. Indians bring a little bit of pressure. This one another good end-over-end punt. That will be down at the 34-yard line. He tried to push it back a yard. So with 4:07 to play, the Indians take over from their own 34-yard line. The ball will be on the left hash mark. Tom Madison Central to this point, yardage-wise, well, if Hugh Davis pull this up for us, the Indians have ran 23 plays, 81 yards, to Connor's 14 plays and only 20 yards. It has been a dominating first half for Madison Central, but the scoreboard only reads 6-0. That's the big stat right now. The Indians have had chances. A blocked field goal and a fumble inside the 25-yard line have allowed the Cougars to hang around. And if you could talk to Cooper about last week, they would say you cannot let this team hang around on you. They'll come back. Hand off to Hahn. Ethan cuts it back, and he'll gain a couple of yards across the 35 and up to the 36-yard line.
I'm just glad the juggler showed up and didn't,
You meant to say jugular. We had somebody actually say that's jugular on our Facebook page. They were correcting you.
Yeah, I know it's jugular, but you can't jugular a football. You can juggle a football.
And Coughlin proved that. 2nd down and 8. Miller on the quarterback keeper. Not much room there as he goes straight up the middle. He'll gain 2 to the 38-yard line.
That was a la Le'Veon Bell, wait patient until you see a hole open. And he might have waited just a half a second too long on that one.
3rd down and 8 from the Madison Central 38-yard line. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play.
All right. Big play here.
They're going to go with tight end and 2 receivers left side. Cody Dillon to the right side. One-on-one coverage here. Hahn goes in motion to the right side, and the flag comes in. It'll be a false start. That'll make it 3rd down and about 12 for Madison Central. Tom, we're under 3 minutes to play. Indians lead 6-0, but once again, a blocked field goal and a fumble have allowed the Cougars to hang around here. Samantha Burford will talk to Coach Mark Sanders at halftime on our Babcock Electric halftime interview. And we'll get the head man of the Indians' thoughts as to what he's seen thus far in the first half. Coughlin, not Coughlin, Coughlin. 2:38. The Indians letting this clock wind down a bit. It's 3rd and 12. Miller looking to throw. He's looking down the field, takes off, stays on his feet, but is finally wrapped up and brought down by number 28, Clayton Boyd, who's had a pretty good football game. The freshman has played well. And that'll bring up a 4th down for the Indians, and they'll be forced to punt, Tom.
Well, Boyd's the middle linebacker, and he read that very well, and he'll get credited for a sack on the play, and will force the Indians to punt the ball away. Let's have another one of those big boomers right here.
Indians will punt. Under 2 minutes to play now in the first half. A little high snap, but Muntz gets it away very cleanly, high, end over end.
Ooh.
It takes a Cougar bounce, and Jackson Jewett able to corral it at the Cougar 49-yard line.
So with $1:48 to go, Michael, they're in pretty good shape here.
Plenty of time from where they start the drive at their own 49-yard line. Indians have only allowed 20 total yards right now, 25 yards passing for Hicks, but -5 yards rushing for the Cougars offense. See if they can get Webster going on this drive. He's to the left of Hicks in the backfield. Trips right, 1 receiver left. They'll throw on 1st down. Hicks over the middle, pass complete. That is Coughlin. And Coughlin down to the 35-yard line. A nice pitch and catch. And the Cougars pick up 16 yards.
Well, he was billed as one of the players to watch offensively for Connor. And I'm sure James Trosberg is very pleased to have him on his team. Good offensive weapon, good athlete, quick. And that time was able to clear the defense. They looked like they were in a little bit of a zone there, and he found a nice spot and a good gain.
Trips left, one receiver right. Hicks to throw again. Indians bring late pressure. Over the middle, pass is incomplete. Story came in, went up high, and got a hand on it. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Connor Cougars. Yvonne Michelle says, let's go, boys. Go, Freddie. Over on our live Facebook feed at the 34-yard line is where the Cougars have the football. And Derek Miller and Blake Munt's going to come in here on 2nd down and 10. Minute 17 to play in the regional championship game. Indians trying to advance past this game for the first time in school history.
Well, they're figuring pass, and they figured right, and here comes the rush.
Hicks to throw, over the middle, pass is caught. Gowdy fell asleep, and that's Niederman who makes the grab inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line. Cougars are putting a drive together, Tom.
They are, and they've gone to the air to do it.
Minute 6 as the clock winds down, a 3-play, 34-yard drive thus far. Can the Indians hold here? Rolling right is Hicks. Got some pressure on him. Throws, and that is going to be incomplete. Ball came out late. Ben Snap knocks it loose. Intended for Niederman once again.
Niederman! I can hear the coach yelling.
Niederman led the team with 35 grabs on the year. He got 2 touchdown passes. And he had 432 receiving yards on the year, averaging 40 receiving yards per game.
Indians have done a great job against the running game of Connor. Now they're going to have to work on the passing game.
2nd down and 10, 50 seconds to play in the first half. Hicks drops the football, picks it up. It's a live ball. He's looking, got pressure, throws, incomplete. Scratch that, touchdown. Receiver came in late, slides in to make the catch. Tom, I tell you what, it looked as if he was just throwing that football away, but the receiver comes in to make the grab, and that's Kogla who makes the catch. Cougars have their own form of the swinging gate. They'll swing the gate right, and number 12, Teddy Schull, will kick the PAT.
Boys, don't get caught watching the paint dry.
That is a big play by the Cougars late in the first half. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good. Connor takes the lead, 7-6, 42 seconds to play. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Lennox of Richmond is your one-stop for truck and vehicle upgrades. Want to give your vehicle a makeover? Lennox of Richmond has you covered. Along with our industrial-leading bed liners, we also carry a full line of truck and vehicle accessories. This includes our Truck Gear brand bed covers, as well as WeatherTech accessories, gooseneck, fifth wheel, and bumper-type hitches. We also provide vehicle undercoating and rust-proofing. And don't forget about our many commercial and industrial applications, along with our Spartex flooring system as well. Check us out at 238 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
Back to Madison Central Regional Championship on the line. Chase Hawkins watching us on our Facebook feed, as is Kenneth Stepp. He says, I'm Ashlyn. I'm on my grandpa's iPad, and 64 is my brother. Little squib kick once again. Going to be returned by an up man. That's Holberg. And Holberg going to get it to the 37-yard line before being pushed out of bounds by a Connor defender. Tom, the Indians have decent field position here, but you always got to be careful with a late turnover and a half. Cougars will receive the second half kickoff, and Madison Central now finds themselves behind for the first time tonight.
Well, it was the extra point try for 2 after the penalty, offsides penalty. They had the ball on the half-yard line and could not punch it in. Good defense by Connor to prevent that, and that gives Connor the lead right now.
It'll be 1st and 10 Indians from their own 33-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Chenault And Freddie won't have much room as he gains a couple of yards across the 40 and up to the 41-yard line. And let this clock wind down, Tom. That might be the last play of the first half. Samantha Burford will talk to Mark Centers at the halftime break and get his thoughts. His team now trailing for the first time tonight. 15 seconds to play. Indians will get another play off as they give it to Hahn. Hahn trying to get away from the defense, spins away, and he's finally going to go down. Not much there. Hahn will lose 2 yards, and that'll do it for the first half. 7-6 at the half. Samantha Burford will talk to Mark Centers and get his thoughts on how his team played here in the first half. And we'll go down to Samantha.
All right, Coach, your team's had the momentum this entire game until right up near the end of the first half. Give us your overall thoughts on how you think your team's played so far.
Yeah, the game's going about how I thought it would, to be honest. They're a great team, very well coached, very disciplined. We've made some mistakes. We've got some chances. Defense has played very well at times. That last drive, they were able to move it down the field, throwing the ball. Got a touchdown on a scramble drill. So, we got to keep playing hard, keep going. We know it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, this team's not going to give up. So, any changes that can we expect in the second half?
We'll look to make a little bit of adjustment on defense and try to make sure that we're just correct and cleaning up some stuff on O.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thanks a lot. All right, we're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, and we'll be right back with Michael and Tom and all the halftime statistics right after this message.
Auto accidents happen to all of us, and it can be a very stressful time. Let Renfro's Collision make the repair process easier for you. They have the training and equipment to repair your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. You have the right to choose your repair facility, so why not choose the one who works for you and not the insurance company? Your family safety is our #1 concern. Renfro's Collision, 22 years of excellent service, and that's not by accident.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
In Estill County, if you want more than just good pizza, you want great pizza, Steam Engine Pizza Pub in downtown Irvin is the place to go. At Steam Engine, everything on the menu is handmade with the highest quality ingredients. From pizza to subs to pasta to salads. You'll find Steam Engine Pizza Pub at 206 Main Street in Irvin. You can order carryout or delivery at 606-723-9787 or online at steamenginepizzapub.com. Steam Engine Pizza Pub, Estill County's first string pizza.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
Entrepreneurs have passion and a lot of determination. They also know that a trusted support team is essential for success. Your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank know a lot about working with small business owners, offering a range of loan and leasing opportunities as you develop, build, and grow your company. Stop by your local CVNB in Richmond or Berea or visit cvnb.com and let's talk business. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead, play with fire, think on your feet, or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new, something big, something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
Back here at Madison Central High School, regional championship on the line tonight. And Tom, at the first half, it is a 7-6 lead for Connor. This game has lived up to the hype. It's been a very close game throughout. But you get the feeling that Madison Central left some points on the board there in the first half and find themselves now trailing by a point at the end of 2.
Yeah, it's the game of what ifs. What if they would have made the 2-point conversion? What if the field goal hadn't been blocked? Then, now you're talking 11-7.
What if you hadn't fumbled it?
What if you haven't fumbled it and they even just got a field goal out of it? And that's 14-7. So, yeah, it's what ifs. But the reality of it is it's 7-6 right now. And the Indians are going to have to play defense and be tough against the pass because I know the Connor coaches have done their homework and that pass has been working. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what adjustments that Coach Centers makes.
We are here on the Bishop Small Engine Repair Halftime Show. At Bishop's, the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com and search all the latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Your halftime stats look like this at the end of the first half. It's Connor 7, Madison Central 6. First downs, each team with 6. An interesting stat here as Connor came in as a team that liked to run the football. They have -5 yards rushing on 10 carries, whereas the Indians have 74 yards rushing on 24 carries. Total offense looks like this. The Cougars have 71 yards on 19 plays, and the Indians have 83 yards on 28 plays. Indians have only had 1 punt return off of the Cougars punter, Jared Hicks, who's also the quarterback. That was a 28-yarder by Ethan Hahn. And kickoff returns, the Indians have had a couple of those, but only 8 yards on the return. Thus far, when Connor has kicked the football off, it has been a sky low squib kick type of thing to not allow Ben Snap and Hahn those big returns. Time of possession was a big thing in the first half. Madison Central had the football 15 minutes and 31 seconds, and the Connor Cougars had it 8 minutes and 29 seconds. The Cougars had 5 penalties that netted them 23 yards. The Indians had 4 penalties for 30 yards. Each team fumbled the football there in the first half, but the Cougars were able to corral their own. The Indians were not, and that allowed the Cougars to eventually take the 7-6 lead at the end of the first half. We've got 8:48 until the second half will come and get us started. What a football game we've had for you thus far. Each team kind of filling it out early in the football game. The defense for Madison Central played very well in the first half, minus that late drive. But Tom, to me, it's a lot harder to play defense when a team is kind of against the wall, having to put points up late in the quarter or late in a half. And we saw that with Madison Central there defensively there on the late touchdown by the Cougars.
It's going to be interesting. Again, I think it's played out the way both coaches thought it would play out. These two teams are pretty evenly matched. They both have some good athletes on the team. They've had to rely on certain parts of their game throughout the course of the season, and that's happening again here this evening. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun second half.
Madison Central trails 7-6. Your halftime stats are provided by White & Associates CPAs in Richmond. Visit whiteandassociatespsc.com to find out more about what White & Associates CPAs can do for you. Back in 3 minutes live from Madison Central with a regional championship on the line. It's Michael Watkins and Tom Gross on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
For your car, home, and business, Linville Insurance Agency has it all for you in one place. We serve the insurance needs of individuals, families, and businesses all over Kentucky. And be sure to stop by our brand new location in Richmond off US 25. We're located right behind Sonny's. Sit with us and let us quote you a great insurance rate. Our professional, educated, and experienced staff is here for you locally and 24/7 via our website.
Hi, I'm Lori. I want to be sure to invite you to come visit us at our new location at 1060 Center Drive in Richmond.
Now this is a story all about how my mama keeps a slip turned upside down. I'd like to take a moment, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how we stay in trouble at Bishop Small Engine Repair. On North Estill Avenue, born and raised, in Richmond's where I spend most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing all cool, fixing small engines with lots of tools, when a couple of guys with yards were no good started buying mowers to clean up their neighborhood. I ordered a few hundred mowers and Mom got mad. We need a new shop for you and your dad. We got Cub Cadet and Grasshopper to go far and near. Some even have a steering wheel with an engine in the rear. If anything, I could say our service is rare, and if it's small engine related, come to Bishop Small Engine Repair.
I like it. That's a tape. I like it.
Oh. 5 WKXO, Tom Gross and Michael Watkins, along with our TV crew and our media partner on WBONTV.com. Glad to have you along, Tom Gross. Tell you what, first half, Madison Central and Connor battling it out like we thought they would, down to the wire. It is a 1-point lead for Connor at the end of the first half. We'll run down the individual stats here on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show. At Bishop's, the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit BishopSmallEngineRepair.com and search all the latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. At the end of the first half, Madison Central a big lead in yardage and time of possession, but trailed by a point. Freddie Chenault, 14 carries, a net of 46 yards, does have one touchdown rushing. Ethan Hahn, 5 carries for 24 yards. And Derek Miller, not much room for him tonight. 5 carries, 4 yards for Miller. Through the air, Derek Miller having a rough night as well. 1 of 4 passing for only 9 yards. That one completion was on a screen pass to Ethan Hahn for the 9 yards picked up. Blake Munt, a tremendous job punting the football. The second one took a bad bounce and kind of hurt his average, but he has punted the football twice for an average of 38.5 yards, but his longest one was a 57-yard punt that pinned the Cougars back at their own 3-yard line after the Indians' first possession. Defensively, Madison Central has gotten 5 tackles from Jackson Jewett, 3 from John Collins, 3 from Benny Hurt, and a couple from Nate Story as well. But again, they trail, Tom. That is the big story. To me, the thing that sticks out most in this football game defensively for Madison Central is the fact that when they've gone to that blitz package with Miller and Muntz, Derek Miller has gotten in the backfield for a couple of sacks. He has provided pressure against the opposing quarterback, and that's been a pretty big deal thus far in the first half. They couldn't really get him on there on that late drive for the Cougars because they were basically running up, not subbing in or out, so neither team, I think, could really sub. So that allowed the Cougars to keep him off the field and allowed more time for Hicks to throw the football, and you saw that it paid dividends there on that last drive.
Yeah, when they started throwing the ball coming down on that drive, I wouldn't have brought my blitz package out at all. I would have left them in there because you knew they were going to throw because they were running out of time. But let's see how they make what adjustments they make defensively here against that pass. They've done a great job against the run. That one sack of what was it, about 16 yards or so? That is a big helper in erasing the positive yardage that they'd gained, but it wasn't very many yards at all.
7-6 here at the halftime break. Connor ahead by a point. It was Madison Central on a 9-play, 36-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 23 seconds off the clock with 2:55 to play in the first quarter as Freddie Chenault had a 1-yard run. Jackson Jewett on the two-point conversion attempt was tackled immediately, and the Indians were not able to get the PAT or two-point conversion, thus only having 6 points on the scoreboard. And it was as time was running out in the first half, Indians had the Cougars were having the football, marching it down the field, and Garrett Coughlin caught a 17-yard touchdown pass from Jared Hicks. That was a 5-play, 51-yard drive, took only a minute 6 off the clock, and gave the Cougars a 7-6 lead at the halftime, and that's where we stand right now.
We're about ready to get it going here. They're probably going to add a couple minutes.
Yeah, I think they'll put 3 minutes back on the clock, which gives us time to take one more 3-minute commercial break here on the Bishop Small Engine Repair Halftime Show. Back in 3 minutes, live on 92.5 WEKY, 103.5 WKXO, and you're watching us live on WBONTV.com.
It's been a busy year, so what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summer on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's 3 branch locations in Richmond or Berea and find the right personal, vehicle, or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead. Play with fire. Think on your feet. Or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new. Something big. Something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies have been an essential part of your community for over 20 years. We care about giving the people of Estill County the best service because we are part of the community too. Our knowledgeable staff is dedicated to making sure your prescriptions are filled quickly and accurately because the people we serve are our neighbors, friends, and family. We offer text message alerts, autofill, medication synchronization, and compliance calls to make sure that you can take one more item off your to-do list.
Back here at Madison Central High School, Tom Gross and Michael Watkins. And Tom, in the first half, Freddie Chenault had a 1-yard touchdown run. Chenault is currently tied for 4th on the Siegel season rushing touchdown list, now has 17. So he has surpassed the tie with 4th. He now is in sole possession of 3rd place in the rushing touchdown total for a single season for the Indians. He is now 4 away for the single season touchdown record. We're hoping he gets another chance to do so next week, but the Indians have got to come from behind to win tonight as they now trail 7-6. Third quarter about to begin. The Indians will kick off, and they're going to flip fields. They've got a little confusion there as the Indians are on the right side of the field. The Cougars are on the left. They're going to flip it around. The Indians will kick left to right, and the Cougars will return right to left.
You know, it's not out of the question he could score 4 touchdowns in the second half.
That's true.
So
he probably had a chance to at least score one more there in the first half, but the fumble hurt.
Well, let's see what happens here. I think that they saw enough in the first half that they're going to be able to make some really good adjustments, and they have shown us that they can adjust well over the course of the season.
Mullins, a good booming kickoff. It is returnable from the 7-yard line. And a nice return, a good tackle by Gaudy as Coughlin almost broke a big one there.
Yeah, Gaudy with a great one-arm tackle. That's hard to do when you got somebody, a couple 100 pounds going full steam. He was able to reach out with one arm and bring him down. And, the weightlifting does do some good, folks. That's absolutely what helped him on that tackle right there.
Yeah,
good strength.
Gaudy, only a junior. Him and Story, who are both Story only a sophomore. Those two guys have been tremendous this year in the secondary for Madison Central. Hicks to throw on first down. They saw it work in the first half, going to stay with it. And this pass is caught by Coughlin. He has had a huge game. That's a gain of 11 up to the 41-yard line. That'll be a first down. And Hicks, having time to throw, Tom, has given the Indians trouble.
Well, Coughlin was running his regular route, and when he saw that he wasn't going to get the ball, he reversed and went with the quarterback, ran in the same direction, and that set it up nicely for an easy pass play.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Going to hand it off to Webster. Webster trying to find a hole. There was no hole there. And Jackson Jewett comes in to make the tackle after a gain of a yard, and that's it. 2nd down the 9 coming up for the Cougars.
Well, this won't be the first team that they've been able to snuff out the running game. We've had a couple of kids come in here, 100-yard gamers, and they come in here and can't gain 100 yards against this Indians defense.
2nd down the 9. 2 receivers each way. Scott County 36, Simon Kenton 21 at the half. Here's a handoff once again. Webster nowhere to go. No gain this time as the Indians stuff it out. Tell you what, Tom, this Indians defense against the run has been amazing tonight. Webster again came in with over 1,200 yards rushing, but he has been held once again to only 17 yards tonight. 3rd down and 8, 10.5 to play in the third quarter, just underway here in the second half at Madison Central High School. Ball on the right hash mark. Defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down. You got to expect a pass here as the Cougars send trips left and one receiver right. Hicks with Webster to his right in the backfield. He will throw over the middle. That pass is way out in front. Good defense. A flag comes in. That was an uncatchable ball, but the official throws the flag. The Indian defender did have some contact there, but, Tom, it looked like the ball was over the head, not going to be able to be caught either way. And that time it was number 21 for Madison Central, Rhodes, that was on the coverage. Pass interference, and you can hear the crowd saying the same thing that we're thinking, uncatchable ball. But it won't matter as the Cougars will receive the benefit of a first down and spot the football at the Madison Central 42-yard line.
Yeah, that hurts, especially when, like you said, the ball was, 7, 8 yards overthrown. There was no way anybody was going to bring that in.
Yeah. Trips right for Hicks. He's going to throw again. Looking right side. Got a man. That pass is caught and a first down. A gain of about 14 as they get it past the 30-yard line and down to the 28. Pass caught by number 11, Drew Cobble. First time he's made a catch tonight. Gain of 14 yards, and Hicks has now surpassed the century mark, 101 yards passing on only 6 completions.
Well, they're being successful with it, so we're going to see a whole lot more of it.
Hicks came into the football game only throwing for 141 yards per game. He's on pace to throw for over 250. 1st and 10, Cougars at the Indian 28. And we got a delay of game penalty. That'll back them up 5 yards. That could be the momentum the Indians need to kind of stop this rally by the Cougars offense. Back them up 5 to the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. Ball on the right hash mark. Indians defense was tremendous there in the first half if you take away the final drive by the Cougars. But a pass interference on 3rd and 8 gave the Cougars new life, and they've rallied to have a 1st and 15 here after the delay of game penalty. Trips left, one receiver right, high snap, handoff to Webster. He gets away from one man. Webster's got a big gain. He will have it inside the 25 and down to the 22-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 for the Cougars. Tackle made by Hahn and Taylor. Tom, this is a spot where Madison Central could really, really use a turnover right here. Turnovers are always good, but in this situation, you can just feel the life being sucked out of the Indians' momentum right now. And with 2 guys right, 1 receiver left, Hicks has had his way throwing the football on the Cougars' last 2 drives. Handoff Webster up the middle. Runs into an Indian defender. That's Sawyer Cruz. It'll be close to a 1st down. Glad to have you along here. Michael Watkins, Tom Gross. It'll be 3rd down and a yard for the Cougars. Ball on the left hash mark. Indians defense trying to find something here that works against the Cougars offense that was shut out for the most part in the first half. 3rd and a yard, Tom. Wouldn't be surprised if they go back to Webster here.
Well, they're going to try to start mixing the run and the pass up. They were successful on that last run.
Hicks keeps it. Stood up, but it looks like he's got enough for a 1st. No signal yet. We might get a measurement here. Going to be extremely close. They spot the football at the 18-yard line, and there's the signal. 1st down, Cougars.
Yeah, one of the fans, bad spot.
It's a bad spot for the defense right now as they cannot get a stop. 1st and 10 for the Connor Cougars as Jared Hicks picks up the 1st down by himself on the 1-yard run. A big crowd for the Cougars on the far side has come to cheer their team on. 7:42 to play in the 3rd. Hicks keeps it, and he goes backward for a yard loss to the 19-yard line. Nice tackle by Ben Pinson.
Jared Jewett was out there, too, to cover the halfback who looked like he might be outside for a pitch, and Jewett was right there to cover him, if the quarterback would have decided to option the ball off.
It is 2nd down and 11 for the Cougars. Hicks with trips right, 1 receiver left. He'll throw, got pressure over the middle. That pass is incomplete. Almost picked off as John Collins came in late and almost got a hand on it. 3rd down and 11. And although that was a flag, it was just a football coming in. Thought a late flag was being thrown, but it was the official throwing the ball in. It's a big play here. 3rd down, want to try to push them back. 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, you want to keep them way out for a possible field goal attempt, which I'm sure they'll go for. Their kicker looked like he has a pretty good toe.
Indians bring pressure. Screen pass over the middle. And it's Webster who will pick up a big 1st down for the Cougars. Indians brought pressure and a great play call there, Tom, by the Cougars as they were expecting blitz. The blitz came, and they throw the screen pass for a gain of about 13 yards on the 1st down for Christian Webster.
Yeah,
1st and goal.
When 5 blue jerseys are coming unobstructed, you know something was up, and it worked out perfectly for Connor.
Yeah, you had Muntz, Miller, Jewett, and another Indian right there in front of the quarterback as he just lobbed it over top to the waiting arms of Christian Webster. He gains 12, 1st and goal. Hicks in the shotgun. Handoff Webster. Webster has room, touchdown. Kenton Humphrey couldn't get to him. There was nobody on the outside edge on this near side, and Webster runs it in for the touchdown, and the Cougars extend their lead to 13-6.
Here we go again.
They're going to run the swinging gate formation. They're going to be a false start. The Cougars had a man in the end zone before the ball was ever snapped. That'll be a false start.
Yeah, he just took off running for the end zone. He must have been the intended receiver.
Yeah. He was excited. They were trying to get the ball snapped because the Indians weren't really set. And now they'll kick the PAT from about the 14-yard line. So it'll be a 24-yard extra point attempt for number 12, Teddy Schull.
Well, they were trying to make it a
high snap. Indians got pressure, but that one is good. Madison Central allows a long drive to begin the first half by the Cougars, and they extend their lead to 14-6. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, WEKY, WKXO, and WBONTV.com.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
Exceptional offers.
Back at Madison Central High School regional championship game here as the Indians now trail 14-6 after an 11-play, 70-yard drive that took over 5.5 minutes off the clock. This ball going directly out of bounds in the direction of D.T. Boone, the wide receivers coach for Madison Central. And the Indians will take over from their own 35-yard line. Tell them that might be a good thing, as the Indians have had field position from around this same spot the majority of the time the Cougars have kicked off. But now you trail by 8, Tom. The Indians press. We saw them last week kind of press a little bit in the third quarter. They were down. They brought the Wildcat in. First time we had saw it all year long. You could tell they were starting to press and feel the pressure of trying to play from behind. We'll see if that is the same case here in the third quarter of this one. Now trailing it 14-6, 6:22 to play in the ball game.
They got plenty of time here, though. Just be patient. Let it happen.
Hahn in motion. They'll give it to Chenault. And Freddie going to get it up to the 40 or the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. They say 38, so a gain of 3 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Chenault had a lot of room early in the football game, but that has been bottled up here in the last couple of drives by that Cougars defense.
Well, we're running conservative.
Yeah.
You know, we're running in the right side. They number the holes 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6 on the other side, and they've been running Freddie in the 3 and 5 hole on the right side quite a bit.
2nd down. They fake it to Chenault, and before I could even say it, Miller goes down on the sack by number 52, Samuel Clements, the sophomore, brings him down for an 8-yard loss back to the 30-yard line. Indians were trying to run their own screen pass, Tom, but a nice job by the defense of the Cougars to get in the backfield and bring down the Indian quarterback. It's 3rd and 15 coming up from the Madison Central 30-yard line.
Big play here. Need one. Good crowd on the other sideline there for Connor. They brought a lot of people to this game.
Miller to throw. He'll take off, but he's going to be tackled. Hit hard at the end of the play by number 4, Caleb Irvin. The Indians are going to be forced to punt, Tom, and this one's getting away from us. You can sense the urgency from the offense, but just not executing right now. Miller gains 2 across the 32, but now Blake Muntz will come out for another punt. This time he stands at his own 17-yard line.
He needs to really get his foot into this one.
A good snap. Plenty of time to get it away, and this one's going to be high end over end on the near sideline, and going to be good field position once again by the Cougars as the referee will walk it up to the 45-yard line. He walked it up toward midfield and then went back to the 45. 4:31 to play in the Third quarter. Indians now trail 14-6. Hunter Couch is number 52 for the Cougars, not Samuel Clements. The roster I have has two number 52s, but Hunter Couch is the man that had that big sack on the last drive for the Cougar defense. Trips right, one receiver left for Hicks. You got to think they'll go back to their tailback on this drive. They'll throw on first down. Hicks is going deep down the left sideline. Gaudy is there, and it's incomplete. That one probably should have been picked off. It hung up in the air for a long time and finally fell incomplete as Gaudy tried to cut it off. Humphrey came on the backside, and the incompletion brings up a 2nd down and 10. I tell you what, Tom, I like the aggressive play call there as the Indians are reeling. If you can haul in that big, long catch, you really take the life out of them there.
Yeah, they're looking to put another score on the board here real quick and get themselves up by at least, 15, maybe 16, depending on what they decide to do.
8-point lead here. A little trickery as Niederman gets the handoff, and a nice arm tackle by Ben Pinson at the 46-yard line. Niederman got wrapped up. It was a one-arm tackle by Pinson. And as Niederman fell forward, they'll give him a 1-yard gain to bring up a 3rd down and 9. And we see Miller, Muntz, and number 34, which is Edgren Sweat, come into the football game.
Okay, Jewett, this is you, buddy. You hold your ground on this play because you know they're going to try to dump another screen pass off here if they get any kind of rush from this 3rd down defense.
One-on-one coverage on the near side on a 3rd down and 9. All day to throw. Finally rolling out. Pass is incomplete. Great pressure by Story on the backside. The pass intended for number 11. That's Cobble. And the incompletion will force a punt from the Cougars. Indians force a 3-and-out, Tom. We needed that desperately.
Oh, they did, and they're right in this thing. Good patience on defense. Each player playing his position well. And here we go now.
Got to be careful with Hicks. As I've been saying all game long, he's the quarterback and he's the punter. Can roll out and maybe throw one or take off run. He's a good athlete. Hahn awaits at his own 21-yard line. Got to be careful on a return as well. Indians bring pressure. A low snap is gotten away by the punter, and the ball will go out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. That's where the Indians take over, trailing it 14-6, 3:26 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Okay, now let's temper down a little bit here. It isn't the end of the world. You got a whole quarter and 3 minutes and 26 seconds. So let's run our offensive plays and everybody execute. That's what it's going to take. And I don't understand why they keep running Freddie up the middle. That's not worked. He's gained yardage when he's gone off of either end. So maybe we'll get to see a little bit of that on this series.
See if we can get Blake Muntz involved here on this drive. Muntz got a couple of big scholarship offers this week, and he had a big screen pass that he caught last week, plus the touchdown. They'll hand it off to Chenault. He goes up the middle, and he gains 2.
Yeah, it's just that's all you're going to get if you try to run in around the center or the guards. They have proven they can stop the run up the middle. It's the edges where they're having a little bit of trouble containing the run. So
Clayton Boyd, this senior, he has had a huge ball game. He doesn't look very big, but that time he just wrapped Chenault up and threw him down after a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 for the Indians. Miller now up under center. You got Mullins with no coverage over the top here on this near side. That's where they're looking for. Pressure comes. Miller takes off, and a flag comes in. Miller has a big gain on the far sideline, but this one looks like it might be coming back, and now there's 2 flags thrown.
There's stuff going on out there, man.
This one might be a warning on the sideline of Madison Central. As you can see, the coach is talking about it here on the near side. It's probably going to be a hold as well. This could be a lot of yardage given back by the Indians. Coach Sanders telling his guys to push back. It is a hold. It's a hold against the defense. So Coach Center says decline the penalty. There's 2 flags, and now the officials with some confusion. The first flag, still confusion. God, this is the original championship game. You ought to have your stuff figured out by now. Coach Centers is asking where the ball would be spotted if they decline the penalty. It is against the defense. They decline it, so they will get the first down. And the sideline warning against Madison Central. So Coach Centers backing his guys up. I think one of the assistant coaches thought it was against them on a offensive holding and said something to one of the officials. And now Coach Centers has got his guys backed up off the sideline basically to the bench.
Well, you've got the white strip out there, and that strip is there for everyone to stay behind except your coach and maybe a coach talking to a player that's going to be substituted in. But they don't want the whole team right up on the edge of the field.
Handoff Chenault. He's trying to break tackles. He goes nowhere. No gain. Just no running room for Freddie right now as that brings up a 2nd down and 10. They ran Hahn behind Miller and faked it to him, but just nowhere to go for the Indians' leading tailback. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 42-yard line. That's where they ran Miller out of bounds on the first down to get the first down. Now it's 2nd down and 10. 2.5 to play. They actually gave Chenault a yard there, so it's 2nd down and 9 from the 42. Miller will throw, looking over the middle, going deep to Hahn, and Hahn comes back to make the play. Hahn still on his feet at the 22-yard line. What a pass hookup. We saw it last week, Tom, to begin the 4th quarter. And now here with 2:23 to play in the 3rd, it's a big hookup from Miller to his leading receiver, Ethan Hahn.
Yeah, great execution that time. And when you've got a receiver like Hahn, he concentrated the entire way that ball was in the air. Yes.
35-yard gain. Indians have it 1st and 10 at the 24. Man in motion is Hahn. They'll give it to him. Right side he goes. Hahn, not much room, gets the outside edge, and is finally pushed out of bounds by Niederman at the 15-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, big gain that time. 9 yards.
Nice job by Hahn, and that's what his speed can do for you as they bring him on the jet sweep behind the quarterback. It'll bring up 2nd down and a couple.
What was that little speed kills phrase you said earlier?
Speed kills and speed delivers.
Yeah.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It delivers.
I say some crazy things sometimes, Tom.
Yeah.
Can we get the Yoki Doke again here, you think?
Yeah, little Yoki Doke.
There you go.
Yoki Doke or Okie Doke?
Okie Doke.
Okay.
2nd down and 2. They'll give it to Chenault up the middle. Spins away. First down, Freddie. And still on his feet. 1st and goal, Indians from the 5-yard line as Freddie Chenault spun away from a defender and sets Madison Central up with a 1st down and 5. 1st and goal and 5.
Well, we talked a little bit about teams trying to take the wind out of the sails of another team. The offense is taking the wind out of the sails of the defense from Connor right now.
And they thought they had drawn a man offsides. The official does not throw the flag. It'll be 1st and goal with Chenault behind Miller. They give it to Freddie. Touchdown, Indians! Freddie Chenault punches it in from 5 yards out. And that makes it a 14-12 football game. Now the big question, do you go for 2? Mark Centers is holding up 2 fingers. They're not going to even play around with the swinging gate. They're just going to go for 2 here.
Good call. You got a young man with a toe. You get the ball inside the 20. He can kick a field goal and win the football game for you. And the cool thing I saw at halftime is there was one player on the field.
That was Hatcher.
And that was him practicing field goals, which is awesome.
2-point conversion attempt. Miller on the long cadence call. Looks over in the near sideline. You don't want to blow a timeout here. You got to get this play calling. Now they go to the shotgun. Miller with Chenault to his left. A big play here. They're going to fake it over the middle. Touched. 2-point conversion. Good. I was going to say touchdown, but we get two as Blake Muntz hauls it into the middle of the end zone. They run the old RPO, Tom, where they fake it to Chenault, and Blake Muntz hauls in the two-point conversion. Folks, I tell you what, we have got a dandy. We're tied at 14, a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Pulled pork, brisket, ribs, burgers, hand-cut steaks, prime rib. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue in Irvin. Whether you like your meat cooked low and slow or seared and sizzling, House of Q has just the thing to ignite your taste buds. Eat inside in the beautiful dining room or outside on the biggest patio in 4 counties. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue at 77 River Drive in Irvin.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
On the return for the Cougars, Tom, we've got some special fans at home watching us. Tim Markham, the president of the Madison County Youth Football League, has got some players over at his house. They're watching the game tonight from home, staying warm as Madison Central trying to pull off a regional championship here at home tonight for the first time in school history. And it looks as if the winner of this game will have a semi-state matchup with Scott County.
All right.
Jackson Jewett fired up.
You talk about the team cheerleader now. Let's see if this or what the defense does. That had to give them a huge boost.
Trips right, one receiver left. Going to throw is Hicks. Awaiting the pass is Cobble, and Cobble gains a yard. He was hit by 3 different Indian defenders, including Snap, Jewett, and John Collins.
Jewett well on his way to another 10 tackle night. He had 5 in the first half, and he's added another assist right there.
He's got 8 thus far.
Yeah, he'll have 10 here momentarily.
Tied at 14, under a minute to play in the third quarter. Regional championship from Madison Central. This has just been a good football game, Tom. Both these teams playing great football.
Pass again here.
Trips left, one receiver right on second down to 9. Looking left, they're going to go over the middle. Almost picked off. Deshaun Gaudy, I tell you what, he's going to get one eventually tonight. That's his third time that Gaudy has had one go through his hands, and you always hear it. Maybe that's why he's a cornerback and not a wide receiver, but a great job by Gaudy to cut that one off and almost pick off the pass.
Well, anticipation was the key to that play. He saw exactly where the pass was coming, and he timed it perfectly. As the ball was released, he cut in front of the receiver and had the opportunity to haul that in. But a big knockdown and a big third down here for Connor.
Third down and 9. Hicks to throw. Got pressure. Miller and Muntz are there. Coming from behind. They get to him. Muntz was there to hit him. They're going to say incomplete pass.
Wow.
I'm with you, though, Tom. I thought that was a fumble as Muntz hit him as the ball came out. But they say incomplete forward pass. It'll bring up 4th down, and the Indians force a punt, another 3 and out, forced by the Indians defense.
Man, I thought that the whiplash effect of him getting hit from behind, he had no clue that the 2 defensive men were coming at him, and man, they just clobbered him.
Hahn awaits at his own 29-yard line. Hicks will get it away. This one a good punt, end over end, takes a Cougar bounce and stays in bounds. It'll roll down the far sideline.
Yeah, it went out
at the
of bounds
22-yard line. Did it go out of bounds at the 25-yard line?
And then bounce back in. It likes the green over the white, I think.
David Rice says fumble. We agree with you. We thought it was a fumble as well.
Yeah.
Tammy Dillon says cheering on Cody Dillon and the Indians from Carnival Dream heading back home. Rocky, Hugh, and Samantha, and Mallory.
Well,
Marley.
If I had to choose,
You'd be on the cruise in your Speedo, wouldn't you?
No. I would be watching the game like they are.
From the 25-yard line, left hash mark, Indians take over under 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Miller going to fake it to Chenault, keep it himself. Miller gains 4.
Yep.
They might give him 5. They might mark it at the 30-yard line. And it looks like they will.
Here's the situation now.
Player has to come out real quick, Tom, because his helmet came off. That's number 74, Corey Parsons.
Yeah, because the Indians were able to complete the long pass and complete a couple other passes. Now you're going to have Connor guessing on defense, and that's going to open up some more running opportunities.
Third quarter comes to an end. We're tied at 14, heading to the final quarter at Madison Central High School with a regional championship on the line. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Are you a trendsetter?
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Berea Urgent Care has
Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off.
Fourth quarter about to begin. It's 2nd down and 5. A long 5, short 6 yards for the Indians to begin the fourth quarter. The Indians will be going left to right on your radio dial. The Connor Cougars will be going right to left. And Derek Miller will come up under center to begin the 2nd down play. We're going to fake it to Chenault. Miller will throw to Muntz, complete. Muntz stiff arms a defender and is finally dragged down, but it looks as if he'll have the first down, Tom.
Yeah, he dragged the defender and stretched his body out, kept the ball up high, and was able to, he knew he had to gain that 35-yard line, and he got it over the 35, so that should be a first down.
Bob Young says he's enjoying our coverage. He's a former head football coach and AD at Connor High School. Also was an O and defensive line coach on the 1983 state championship team. He says, go Cougars.
All right.
We got folks watching from everywhere tonight,
Oh,
Tom.
yeah. Yeah, it's great. And what two great teams matched up here. It's just awesome.
Handoff Chenault, left side. Not much room. Cuts it back up the middle. Gains a yard, maybe 2. The near side official as he marched at the 37-yard line. The far side official at the 36. We'll see which one they go with. It looks like the 37-yard line.
Well, Aiden Camp, number 44, the linebacker on the left side, came clear across the field that time to make the stop on that play. So looks like he's got a little something going on there. He's bent over, but not calling for any help. It might have something in his eye.
2nd down and 8.
Yeah, he's going to play on.
Hahn in motion, left to right. They'll fake it to him, give it to Chenault. Freddie is stood up, bottled up. No gain, 3rd and 8 coming up. Tom, I tell you what, I love me some Black Friday shopping, but I wouldn't mind being in Scott County next Friday. 3rd down and 8. I'll save some money that way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm willing to cut my vacation short. That'll be fun. I'd love to see him get a victory here this evening. But, Connor's thinking the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they won in that Final Four, too.
Hahn in motion. They'll fake it to him. Miller to throw on 3rd down. He's going deep to Mullins.
Yeah. Catch it.
Incomplete.
Oh,
that one was on the money. Just incomplete. Mark Centers is wanting a defensive pass interference. He won't get the call. Looked like good coverage from up here, Tom, and that one just through the hands of Mullins. He got past the defense. Miller put it on the money. But the incompletion will force Madison Central to punt this one away.
He gave his all on that. He's stretched out and still tried to pull it in, but need a big punt here.
Marcel Justin Pollard says, let's go Central, class of 2010, baby, as Muntz gets this punt away. Ball's loose, and it's going to be still on the ground. Indians are fighting for it. They've got it. Madison Central has the football, I believe. No signal yet, but I thought I saw an Indian player grab it. This one is going to be close. Still no sign. And they say Connor football. Madison Central had chance after chance. That one just kept skirting away. Tom, how big would that one have been? That one was on the ground for a solid 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the punt. He hit it really well, and then it looked like it just died in the air and came straight down. The young man receiving it had to run up to get it, and when he did, it bounced off his chest, and then it was a greased pig contest after that.
Tied at 14, under 10 minutes to play in the regional championship. Hand off to Webster. Webster cuts it outside, a big hole, but Ben Snap comes in to close it up after a gain of about 6. They're going to mark it at the 44-yard line, so a gain of 7 by the tailback, Christian Webster. Tommy Walter says, let's go Indians, class of 1990, and Sam Campbell says the juggler.
The juggler,
He don't
yes.
like us, Tom. He's a Connor fan. Glad to have you along, though, Sam.
Come on, Sam.
Indians going to step over here, as that one might be an injured player. Couldn't see the number, but it will be an offsides against Madison Central and spot the football at the Indians' 39-yard line. 9:48 to play. Indians got to have a stop.
Yep.
You're heading down late in the ball game. You don't want to fall behind. And the bad thing is that the kicker for Connor is pretty good in his own right. Here's a handoff to Webster. Up the middle he goes, and he'll get it near the 36-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Defense is switching in and out of just about every play now, trying to keep fresh secondary in there, the corners. They're trying to keep their corners fresh for this passing game of Connor.
2nd down and 7. 2 receivers each way for Hicks. Going to fake it. Now looking over the middle. He's got a man. That pass is incomplete. Gaudy once again breaks up the pass.
And almost had it again as an interception.
That's the 4th time tonight that Deshaun Gaudy probably should have had an interception. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. And, Tom, you got to think they're probably in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, inside the 40-yard line, 35. No harm, no foul if they don't make it on 4th down. But the defense has got to stop the 3rd down play right now.
Ball on the left hash mark. 2 receivers each way for Hicks. Big play here. 9:08 to play in the 4th quarter. Hicks to throw. Pressure from the Indians. Wide open is Webster, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage, and a flag comes in. It's going to be a targeting penalty against the Indians. Ben Snap came in, and I think they're going to call him leading with his helmet and throw the flag on him. That was a hard hit against from Ben Snap on the receiver. That was the running back Webster. And I think the only thing that this could be is a leading with the helmet penalty against Ben Snap. It is. The Indian faithful not happy with the call. That is a personal foul penalty, and that's a big one against the Indians.
Yeah, that hurts. That puts you down almost in it does put you in the red zone.
16-yard line.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 from the Madison Central 16. Under 9 minutes to play. We're tied at 14. Hicks hands it off, and the halfback is tackled immediately. That was Pinson on the tackle, and the tailback, number 32, Douglas Abden, will lose a yard. Half a yard. It'll be 2nd down and a long 10 yards.
10.537 to be exact, Captain. Thank you, Mr. Spot.
Casey Allen says Pikeville was up 44-8 at the half. Love the coverage, Mike. You guys are doing a great job. We've got a good one, Casey. When you got games like this, it makes it easy on us. Second down and a long 10 coming up for the Cougars.
And no rain, thank goodness.
Abden remains in the game to the right of Hicks. Hicks looks over to the left sideline to get the play call. Got to get the play off here. It'll be close. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Abden. He goes up the middle with it and gets it down to the 15-yard line for a gain of 1.5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Cougars. That one took a while to develop, Tom, but a good job by Abden to not force anything.
Right.
And able to pick up at least something, gains 1 yard.
Well, again, here we go. Big defensive play here on 3rd down.
Ball on the left hash mark at the 15-yard line. It is 3rd down and 9. Indians defense trying to get a stop with 7:45 to play in the 4th quarter.
They don't have the rushers in this time.
Hicks rolling right. He's looking. He'll throw. Incomplete. Incomplete. No flags. 4th down and 9. And Thomas is a big spot here. Do you bring the kicker on for what would be about a 35-yarder? They will.
Well, you've got a situation in this game where it could be a 3-point game one way or the other. So anytime you got a chance to get points, you've got to get your points. Good call to go ahead and kick it here and try to go up 3.
It'll be a 32-yard attempt. Indians have got to try to get a block here as number 12, Teddy Sewell, will attempt the field goal. Here's a snap. Good snap. Indians nearly got it. And this one's wide right. No good. Field goal attempt wide right. The Indians will take over at their own 20-yard line.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen a player overrun an attempt at a block. He got there so quickly that the ball hadn't left the foot yet, and he was past the play. But he had great penetration.
7:31 to play in the 4th quarter. Madison Central will take over at their own 20-yard line. This is the stuff legends are made of, Tom.
Well, right now we need slow, methodical execution, no penalties, no fumbles, no turnovers. Let's get the job done right now.
Hahn goes in motion. They'll give it to him with blockers in front. Hahn gets around the edge, stays in bounds, and falls forward. It'll be a 1st down as he gains 11 up to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, great play that time. And again, like I mentioned it earlier, there is room to run on either side of this field on this defense. You try to run it up the middle, you're going to get your 2 or 3 yards, but that's all you're going to get. So let's take advantage of that now. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's throw the ball a couple of times here and move the ball down the field.
1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. 7 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Hahn in motion left to right this time. They'll fake it to him. Miller to throw. Screen pass incomplete. That one just took too long to develop. They were going for months on the screen pass.
He looks shocked.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Indians' 31-yard line. David Rice says, was Snap ejected? No, he was not. I think it was just a personal foul. It was a hard hit.
But we couldn't see what, the follow-through could have been what got called the personal foul. If you're rough, once you got the kid out of bounds, you really want to let up on your block. And
handoff Chenault up the middle. Freddie, and big gain, a big hole as he gets it to the 39-yard line. A big 3rd down coming up here. It'll be 3rd down and 3 from Madison Central. A nice hole provided, and Chenault finally finds some breathing room up the middle.
And that hadn't happened much tonight.
We were tied at 14, 6:35 to play in the 4th. I keep saying 4th because this one could go a little longer tonight. Miller will keep it. Runs up the middle. 1st down, and he runs over a defender but lost the football. Miller ran over a defender, and the ball squirts out. Connor recovers, and they will take over inside Madison Central territory.
Well,
Tom, that one just looked like he kicked it out himself, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know if his knee was down or not before he lost the ball, and we don't have instant replay in high school, so we don't know. That's what it looked like to me. I thought he had the right knee down, and then the ball popped out, but he lost the ball himself. No helmet or anything hit the football.
1st and 10 for the Cougars now. They take over. Defense needs one more big stop. Handoff Webster. He's going left side. No flag. I thought there might have been a hold. Webster has a big gain as he is ran out of bounds by snap on the far sideline of the 31-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Cougars.
No heads down defense. You got to play the same game. Every play counts. Execute every play here.
You've gotten stops all night. Need one more here.
Yep.
1st and 10 for Hicks. 2 receivers right, tight end left. Tailback to his left is Webster. Going to take some time now to try to run this clock down. Smart decision by the Cougars offense. Clock is stopped with 6:11 to play. They're going to fake the handoff to Webster. Hicks keeps it and goes down for a loss. Back at the 35-yard line.
Big loss.
It is Sawyer Cruz that comes in to bring him down. Loss of 3 back to the 35. Loss of 4.
Well, they brought the kitchen sink that time, and it worked out real well for the defense.
That one took a long time to develop. And now the Connor Cougars face a 2nd down and 14. Trips right, 1 receiver left. Webster to the left side. On the left hash mark, here's Hicks looking downfield. He's going to roll out right. Ben Pinson giving pressure. He'll throw. That's incomplete. Ben Pinson on the pressure. He's had a pretty good game tonight. The nephew of Andy Waddle watching us this evening at home on the Roku channel.
There you go. Hello to you folks out at Wild Wings watching on the Roku
Buffalo
channel
Wild Wings
tonight.
got us live over there tonight. We have got a good one, folks. 3rd and 14. Indians have got to have another stop. And once again, like I said, Thomas is probably 4-down territory for them here. They're going to go 5 wide. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Empty backfield for Hicks. Left hash mark, 5.5 to play in the 4th. He'll keep it himself. Hicks takes off. Big breathing room and big snap. Hits him with a flag coming in late. This one might be going back.
Yeah, there might have been a holding on that the other side.
It is. It is a big hold from the 30-yard line. Now the question is, Tom, do you make him go on 4th down, which would be about a 4th and 6, 4th and 7, or do you force the hold and make it 3rd and about 16? A big question mark here for Mark Centers. They're going to push him back, I believe.
I think that's the wise thing to do.
I do too.
Keep them away from any chance to score points here.
They mark it at the 41-yard line. It is going to be 3rd and 21. Defense fired up. Crowd is fired up. 5:24 to play. And a 4th quarter regional championship game on the line. These 2 teams are battling down to the wire. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Here's Hicks on 3rd and 21. He's pressured, gets away, looking downfield. All that to throw. It's picked off. Humphrey making story on the interception. And he returns it to the Madison Central 40-yard line.
There you go. Deja vu all over again.
Nate Story picks it off. And a huge return to the Madison Central 40. It was this same time last year. We heard this say, and I'm going to say it again, what's good enough for the goose is good enough for the gander.
I have no clue.
That was a famous call in last year's regional championship game for Madison Southern. Thought I'd pull it back out, Tom.
You pulled it out of the hat. Awesome.
Grandma and Grandpa Schull of Connor are watching from Ohio. And we have got one going down to the wire. 5:01 to play. Here's Miller up under center. 2 receivers right. Hahn in motion. They give it to Chenault. He runs into Miller. And that might have helped him.
Oh, yeah. What it did, it prevented the defensive player from getting there. They had a linebacker right in on the play, but he had to go through the quarterback to get to Freddie, and Freddie just scampered out of the way.
They get it to the 46-yard line, gain of 5.
We got hearts on Facebook flying, don't we?
Second down and 5 for the Madison Central Indians. 4.5 to play. Donald Foster says, no, Michael, no. Had to, Don. 2 receivers right. Hahn in motion again. They'll give it to him this time. A big hole on the left side. Can he get the edge? He does. First down and more for Hahn as he is pushed out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Coach Centers wanting a late hit. He won't get one. But the Indians have the football. They're going to mark it at the 40 of the Connor Cougars.
That was a good example of once the player was out of bounds, he let up on the tackle. He did. Nothing intentional to try to hurt the player or anything. That's why there was no flag called.
First and 10. 4:17 to play as the clock stopped as Hahn went out of bounds. What a drive this is. Miller. Hands off. Chenault up the middle and nowhere to go for Freddie. He'll gain 2 yards and that's it. That puts Chenault at 84 yards rushing on 24 carries. He's got a couple of touchdowns tonight. Second down and 8 coming up here.
It's interesting. I'm seeing some things that we haven't seen all night right now, and that's what you want. And you're in the situation. It's your ball, your possession. You're in the driver's seat. Now you can make some things happen. You can do some things you haven't done all night.
Second down and 8. 2 receivers out there with 2 tight ends. Miller looking to throw. Complete to Muntz. Blake able to break a tackle. Stiff arms a defender. First down Indians. On the far sideline, it's Blake Muntz as he gets it inside the 30 and down to the Connor 28-yard line.
Now, will that practice that we saw at halftime, the one lone player on the field, come into play in this thing? You'd never know.
Man, oh man, what a game this has been. One of the best games I've ever been a part of broadcasting high school football in my 10 years. Madison Central now 51 plays, 221 yards. Hahn in motion. They're going to give it to Chenault. Freddie bouncing off defenders. He'll lose a couple of yards back to the 30. Tom, they're going back to the well almost too many times, it seems like, as a 2-yard loss as they go back to Chenault up the middle, and he's pushed back to the 30-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you're thinking right now, okay, I got 4 plays. Our clock's at 3 minutes, 8 seconds, and we're moving right now. So, yeah, you want to run the ball a couple of times out of your 4 plays at least to, keep that clock moving. You want to be the last team taking a chance at winning the football game in regulation.
I can't sit down for this one. I've got to stand up. Second down and 12. 2:51 to play. Miller to throw. He's looking. Miller, he's going deep to Hahn. It is incomplete. No flag thrown as Coach Centers is livid.
Yeah, that was a forearm across the back, moving him out of the line of the path of the ball so he could make the catch. That should have been a penalty on that play.
That one might have been a disqualification in the WWE. Third down and 12. I tell you what, there ain't nobody sitting down there on either sideline. Third down and 12.
I'm sorry, that was good.
At the 30-yard line of the Cougars. What a football game this has been. If you're at Buffalo Wild Wings watching us, we're glad to have you along. If you're here watching us, we're glad to have you tuned in. Hope you're staying warm. Miller to throw on third down. He's looking, going to Dillon. Caught, and then knocked out. They're going to say he had completion. The 2 officials are talking. The near side official said complete. The official down the field says incomplete. It is going to be 4th and 12 for Madison Central. Dillon made the grab, Tom Gross, but as he went out of bounds, it was knocked loose. He didn't control it. And now the Indians have a 4th down and 12 on what was a very promising drive with 2:38 to play in the 4th quarter.
Never say die, Grasshopper. We got some athletes on this team. You make it happen, seniors, right now. Watch this.
I think Connor's called a timeout. I ain't going nowhere. We're going to keep this one right here, folks. Glad to have you along. We're live on 92.5 WEKY, on 103.5 WKXO, and a quad quick cast tonight on WBON TV. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. Live on our website on WBONTV.com. We're live at Buffalo Wild Wings. They got us tuned in over there. And we're live on our Roku channel on WBON TV as well.
Michael, you okay, buddy?
Talk to me after the game, Tom.
Okay. I was going to send for the trainer to bring up a tranquilizer.
I'm good right now. We got 2:38 to play, maybe more.
It's great, man. Oh, it's just fantastic football game. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. Two evenly matched teams come in with the same record, pretty similar in their style, and that's what we've seen tonight. We've had a few miscues here and there, but nothing really bad, and things have really worked out to where this thing is coming down to the wire here.
We knew it would be close. Credit both these football teams. Well coached. They're very good football teams, and this one deserves to come down to the wire. 2:38 to play. Biggest play of the game here, 4th down and 12. Miller in the shotgun. He'll roll out right. He's looking that way. Going deep to Mullins. Incomplete. Through the hands of Jarrett Mullins. He cut it off. It was a good decision by Jarrett Mullins. He cut back inside, but just could not haul in the grab. Would have been the go-ahead touchdown. Instead, the Cougars take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, I'm Coach Centers. I'm confident in my defense and what they can do. So, they've risen to the occasion again tonight. Let's see what they can do right here. 2:31 to go in regulation, and really all they need to do right now is try to get a 3 and out here.
Stay tuned for a Hometown Dental postgame show. Whenever it is, we'll be there on the Hometown Dental postgame show following this one. 2.5 to play. Indians defense trying to get a stop. Pitch out to Webster. There's got to be a hold there. No flag thrown, and Kenton Humphrey comes in on the tackle. Jackson Jewett begging for a flag. No flag thrown. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars.
Well, not only the coaches, but the fans are upset with that. It was obvious.
He was held twice. There were 2 guys holding him.
When you got your arms on the jerseys and you're hanging on for dear life, that is definitely holding in high school football.
2nd down and 7. Quarterback, all day to throw, takes off, looking around, going deep. It's incomplete. Ben Snap and Galdi on the coverage. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Indians trying to get a big stop here with now under 2 minutes to play. 1:51 on the clock. Tied at 14. Regional championship on the line. Winner going to play Scott County next week at Scott County in Georgetown.
What is the Kentucky overtime rule, Michael?
Tom, I'm going to be like Donovan McNabb and say I have no idea. I've never had one before.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out if we get there.
Yeah.
3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Going to throw is Hicks. Outside, pass is incomplete.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah, got to be careful on that one. As Story and Hahn came in, that was just their forward momentum bringing them in. It'll be 4th and 7 with 1:47 on the clock. Madison Central will get one more crack at this.
They're going to punt, it looks like. They're bringing in the punting unit. Got their long snapper in there, so.
See if the Indians even send back a return. They will. It'll be 4th down and 7, and Hicks, once again, I've been saying it all night long, you got to pay attention to him. He is the quarterback. Looks like the Indians might bring some pressure here and not set up a return. Snap, a clean block. Almost got there, and that'll be a roughing the punter. Oh. Ben Snap came free to the punter, and that will be a 1st down for the Connor Cougars.
Well, you got to credit the punter on that. He saw him coming, and he stepped into the defender coming to him and then kicked the ball as he stepped into him and was able to get the punt off.
Man, oh, man. It is a personal foul, so that'll be a free 1st down as Ben Snap ran into the punter. And it should set the football up at around the 40-yard line of the Cougars. Madison Central would have had all kinds of time and a chance to maybe try to win this football game, but the roughing the punter penalty will set it up at the 49-yard line. Huge penalty against the Indians. Now you got to regather yourself here. 1:41 to play. 1st down for the Cougars. Hicks going to roll out right. He's got pressure. Pinson coming after him. He'll run out of bounds. And no gain on the play with 1:35 to play. A smart play by Hicks. That time didn't see nothing downfield. Keep it himself. You don't want to maybe force something down the field and throw a pick. You keep the football. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I've noticed, Connor, this evening when they have the ball on either hash mark, they will run to the large side of the field, a running play. So let's see if they don't choose to do that right here.
Each team has 8 penalties tonight. The difference is in yardage. The Indians have been doubled up with 80 penalty yards tonight compared to 43 for the Cougars. Hicks going to throw. Out pattern. Pass is caught. And that is Gobble. He breaks a tackle and gets it across the 45 down to the Madison Central 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 from there. That is a big pass completion. 1:10 to play. Clock is running. Hicks to throw. Same pattern, same pass, this time incomplete. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Cougars.
Stops the clock with 1:04.
Now do you bring in Miller and Muntz here on 4th and 2? They're not coming in yet. They won't come in, looks like.
You got a good solid defense here. They know what they've been doing. They've seen the majority of their passing plays.
1:04 to play in the 4th quarter. Defense trying to hold strong. 4th down and 2 for the Cougars. Can the Indians get the stop? Hicks in the shotgun. That'll be a false start, I think.
Yeah.
Before the penalty, the Indians called a timeout. Madison Central calls a timeout. 1:04 to play. Let's do a game reset, Tom. We're tied at 14. Both these two teams battling hard. It was 7-6 at the end of the first half. Each team has scored a touchdown here in the second half. Madison Central got a 2-point conversion to tie it up, and we have been stalled at 14 apiece since then. 1:04 to play. It is 4th down and 2. Biggest play of these young men's career coming up right here. Madison Central trying to win the regional championship for the first time in school history. And a big 4th down and 2 coming up. Hicks will send 2 guys to the right side, 2 receivers tied in right side as well. 1 receiver left on a big 4th down and 2 in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Webster. Webster has the first down.
Ooh.
Or does he?
I don't know.
That one will be extremely close. The near side official has him marked behind the line to gain. And they're going to give it to him.
Wow.
That is a big spot for the Cougars.
Well, they've got it spotted way over the line on the other side there, so.
They signaled for the first down already, but the chains haven't moved yet. We might see a measurement here.
They want them. Coach is calling for a measurement.
Now they're waving it off. They already signaled first down. And I think once you signal it, it should stay that way, but now we're going to get the measurement. Tell you what, Tom, they say football is a game of inches. They ain't lying. This one is a huge spot. It's just outside of the 41-yard line. Well, there ain't no way that's right. There you go. They got it. By the nose of a football.
Man, I mean, that is an inch, if it's that. Wow.
That is as close as you can get without it being a first down. So now it's 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Indians defense having to get another stop. Each team with 2 timeouts left. 55.2 to play. Gaudy on the near side matched up with number 33. That is Garrett Goglin. 2 receivers each way for the quarterback Hicks. Hicks going to throw. Pressure coming. Taking his time, he throws. It's incomplete. And no flag. Thought there might have been a pass interference there, Tom. Intended for number 18. That is Drew Sligmund. It is going to be 2nd down and 10. 44.2 to play in the 4th. The Indian fans with a Navajo chop. And I tell you what, Everybody standing up. This one's coming down to the wire. 5 wide for Hicks. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Hicks going to keep it himself. Quarterback keeper runs up the middle. Has got a big hole. And ball's loose. Ball came out. Indians recover. Ball came out. Indians have the football. And they're trying to get the man to go down. They finally do as a flag comes in late.
Yeah,
ball came out. Indians picked it up. Madison Central has a chance to win this thing. What a play. Ben Snap recovers the fumble. He was trying to return it, and I think we're going to get a personal foul against the Cougars. I didn't see who knocked it out.
Face mask.
They're going to say a face mask, so it will be another 15 yards tacked on.
So
it was Deshaun Gaudy who knocked it loose, and Ben Snap picked it up.
They'll be at midfield, so they've got 29.2 seconds.
And 2 timeouts.
And to go about 52 yards.
They're going to mark it at the Madison Central 48-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. Indians offense comes out. I tell you what, if you've left us tonight, we're glad to have you back. Where did you go? This one's been fun. 2 receivers right. Miller will send Hahn in motion. They'll give it to Hahn. Left side, Ethan. Nowhere to go. And he's going to drag a defender across midfield and down to the 47-yard line. And Mark Centers will call timeout there. We're going to keep it right here, Tom. I don't want to miss a minute of the action here.
Well, I think what Mark is thinking right now is that, okay, we've got 20 seconds. We've got 1 timeout left. Let's work the sideline like they tried to do there, but nice defense by Connor preventing him from getting out of bounds to stop the clock, which is a good way to play defense in this situation. So they're going to have the 1 timeout to use, and they're going to try to get the ball somewhere around the 20 to 25-yard line to at least give their kicker a chance for a field goal.
20.6 remains in the fourth quarter. Madison Central at the 47-yard line. Everybody is on their feet. The Cougar fans that have made the trip up, and there's a ton of them over across the way, Tom.
Oh, yeah, great crowd for Connor tonight.
At the 47-yard line, the ball going to be on the left hash mark for Derek Miller on the offense. You know, they ran that jet sweep. It was last year in the final regular season game against Bryan Station that Ethan Hahn took that same play 78 yards down the field when Madison Central was trailing by 4, and he put the team on his back. 78 yards later, the Indians had the lead and won the football game on that play. Now it's going to be 2nd down and about 5 from the 47-yard line. Hahn in motion again. Miller will throw. Screen pass to Muntz over here on the left side, and Muntz is tackled at the 42-yard line. And another timeout, I believe, by Mark Centers. Indians call the timeout. Now let's take this one with them. We're glad to have you along, folks. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Auto accidents happen to all of us, and it can be a very stressful time. Let Renfro's Collision make the repair process easier for you. They have the training and equipment to repair your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. You have the right to choose your repair facility, so why not choose the one who works for you and not the insurance company? Your family safety is our #1 concern. Renfro's Collision, 22 years of excellent service, and that's not by accident.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
Leaving Richmond. Back here at Madison Central High School, we have come down to 14.7 to play in the fourth quarter. Madison Central will send trips right, 1 receiver left. Tom, Blake Muntz is 6'6", one-on-one coverage on the near side. Let's see if they go to him. Miller going to throw the Hail Mary to the end zone. He's going to Hahn. Caught! Touchdown Indians! No, they wave it dead. They wave the football dead. They say incomplete. Hahn had it in his hands, slid into the back of the end zone, and the officials are saying incomplete. The ball never touched the ground. How that is incomplete is beyond me. How in the world that is incomplete is beyond me. Ethan Hahn hauled that in, slid into the back of the end zone, and the officials somehow call it incomplete. Lord have mercy. How that's incomplete is crazy.
I didn't see what happened once he hit the ground. Did the ball, did the ball roll loose? I didn't see it. I saw him catch the ball and take a couple steps.
So out pattern to Muntz. He'll go out of bounds and stop the clock with 3.6. So you're going to be at the 36-yard line. The clock will stop there. And the Indians are going to try to chuck one up to the end zone again. Once again, that may be the craziest incompletion I've ever seen. How that was incomplete, nobody knows on this sideline. The Cougar fans are happy. The fans watching at home for the Cougars are happy, but we can't figure that one out.
I can't wait to see that again when I watch it at home, yeah.
3rd down and 5, but of course Madison Central got to go to the end zone here. Blake Muntz on the near side. They're going to double cover him. Bad snap. Miller will throw. He's going deep to the end zone. That pass is going to be tipped and incomplete. 4th quarter comes to an end. We are heading to overtime. Madison Central and the Cougars from Connor. Regional championship game, Tom Gross. We knew it was going to be a good one, and it has not disappointed us as the Indians and the Cougars are heading to OT. The officials are from Eastern Kentucky. Hugh Davis, show me that sheet once again. We've got the referee, Keith Henry, is from Stanville. The umpire, Nathan Hall, is from Pippa Passes. That's up in Knott County.
In Estill County, if you want more than just good pizza, you want great pizza, Steam Engine Pizza Pub in downtown Irvin is the place to go. At Steam Engine, everything on the menu is handmade with the highest quality ingredients. From pizza to subs to pasta to salads. You'll find Steam Engine Pizza Pub at 206 Main Street in Irvin. You can order carryout or delivery at 606-723-9787 or online at steamenginepizzapub.com. Steam Engine Pizza Pub, Estill County's first string pizza.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
And everybody's going to see it differently. I mean, the official and I are going to see it differently because I'm 100 yards from, or 50 yards from the play, and he's right out there within 5 yards of the play.
14-14 here, Tom, heading to overtime. And it's going to be interesting. I don't know the overtime rules in high school, especially here in Kentucky. I'm sure it's different everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Both teams will get the ball at the 10-yard line and try to score from there. Which, the way the defense has been playing, it ain't going to be easy to score from 10 yards out.
No, not for either team. Although we seem to have done a little bit better job inside the 10-yard line. But the pass play has helped Connor tonight score their touchdown. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes here.
Mark Sanders talking to a couple of the officials. The head coach, Troster, talking to a couple of officials from the Cougar Connors. Both coaches will come to the midfield stripe. I guess we'll see. I don't know how they do it as far as, do they flip a coin? How do they decide who gets the football first? They will flip a coin. I tell you what, this one's been fun. Thank you to all of our great sponsors for hanging in there with us, as well as all the folks that have been watching us all night long tonight. An awesome crowd on hand. Madison Central and the Connor Cougars in a tight one. We've got a zoomed-in image down here. I'm trying to see if the football did touch the ground. We got a picture right here. I'm going to pull this up here, Tom. I'm going to see if this did this hit the ground. Let me see this real quick. Okay, it did hit the ground. There we go. Yep. So it did hit the ground. So we have confirmation the ball did hit the ground. Spot on call by the official.
Yeah, he was right there. Only one in the place that could see it close up was him. So.
Yeah, it's Ethan Hahn's dad, the receiver that dropped the football. But, yeah, we have confirmation the ball was dropped. And like we said, we couldn't see it for sure. It just looked good from up here. But the official was right there, made the call. And what a big call that was as the Indians come up short on winning the football game. But both teams have to move on here. We're in overtime. And it looks as if Madison Central will get the football first. They're going toward the left end zone from right to left.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better football game tonight, and it's going to be decided in overtime. And my understanding of this style of overtime is you go till you have a winner. So here we go.
Indians will have the football. Derek Miller over here on the near sideline getting the play call in.
And in this situation, if teams keep scoring, this game could end up being, 42-41, something like that. I've seen a couple college games go that way where they just each team kept scoring and it
went all night long.
Yeah, went up and up and up.
So here we go. Man in motion is Hahn, left to right. They'll give it to Chenault. And Freddie is going to gain a yard, and that's it. They'll give him the 9-yard line across the 9. It'll bring up a second down and goal from the 9-yard line. Holbrook will check in with the play call. He'll come in for Cody Dillon on the near side. Each team will get 2 timeouts in overtime. Miller lost the snap. He'll keep it himself. Derek Miller in the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Central. A botched play as it was supposed to be a screen pass, Tom. Miller lost the snap, picked it up, and runs it straight through the hole for a touchdown.
Yeah, and really, it seems like if it's a little bit of a botched play or a broken play, that it shakes up the defense, and that time they didn't know what to do, and, man, he just scampered right straight into the end zone.
Indians going to call a timeout before the extra point. Looked as if they weren't even going to fool around with it, Tom. So as they take the timeout, so will we. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Rolling for Broadcasting and WB.
Entrepreneurs have passion and a lot of determination. They also know that a trusted support team is essential for success. Your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank know a lot about working with small business owners, offering a range of loan and leasing opportunities as you develop, build, and grow your company. Stop by your local CVNB in Richmond or Berea or visit cvnb.com and let's talk business. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead, play with fire, think on your feet, or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new, something big, something beautiful. Be a Colonel. Your time is now.
As we come back to play, Jordan Hatcher knocks through the PAT, and Madison Central leads 21-14, Tom. Now we'll flip sides. The defense will come out for Madison Central and try to hold on for a regional championship.
Yeah, and here we go. Here's here's the part of the game that has been steadfast all season long, and now they're going to be called upon here with basically a first and goal to go situation, and field goal won't help Connor right now. They have got to score and get at least an extra point. Now, if they do score, they'll have the option if they want to go for the win and try to go for 2.
You got a good running back to your left side of Hicks. That is number 24, Christian Webster. And that's where they'll go with it. Hand off to him up the middle. And he is going to be stood up after a gain of 4. Tackled at the 6-yard line to bring up second down and goal from the 6. Webster, before that play, 15 carries, 66 yards. Does have the 1 touchdown. It is second down and 6. Indians got to have a stop. They hold on. They win the regional championship. Tight end to the left side, fullback right side in front of Webster. They'll pitch it out to Webster. He's got a hole, and he is tackled at the 2-yard line. We knew Webster was the key factor, Tom. He's really been bottled up for the most part tonight. But a man coming in averaging over 100 yards rushing on the season per game. It is going to be 3rd down and 2 in overtime, 21-14. Trips right, tight end left. Hicks will keep it himself, and he scores. Touchdown is good for the Cougars. And now they will bring on their kicking unit. And, Tom, they're going to run the swinging gate. They're not going to just go for the PAT. They will run the swinging gate formation. And now, as I say that, they're just going to quickly swing it right and kick the PAT. The biggest extra point of this young man's career, as Teddy Schull will attempt it. Can the Indians bring pressure? They do. Kick is up. Kick is good. We're tied at 21, heading to double overtime, folks, back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
For your car, home, and business, Linville Insurance Agency has it all for you in one place. We serve the insurance needs of individuals, families, and businesses all over Kentucky. And be sure to stop by our brand new location in Richmond off US 25. We're located right behind Sonny's. Sit with us and let us quote you a great insurance rate. Our professional, educated, and experienced staff is here for you locally and 24/7 via our website.
Hi, I'm Lori. I want to be sure to invite you to come visit us at our new location at 1060 Center Drive in Richmond.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
Official, the winner of this one will play Scott County as they defeat Simon Kenton 56-28, your final score there. So whoever wins this game has got a tough one next week at Scott County in Georgetown. But I tell you what, I don't think you can find a better football game around the state than this one right here this evening. 21-21. Madison Central's defense will come back out. Connor will start it now on offense. They'll have it first. As the Indian crowd trying to fire their team up in overtime number 2. Now the officials continuing to discuss. Had one official over here talking to Coach Sanders as now the ball in the middle of the field at the 10-yard line. Going to the left end zone once again. It's Hicks with Webster to his right. 2 receivers right. Tight end lined up on the left side. Hand off to Webster. Webster hit, pushed back, stays on his feet. Race to the end zone, and he is going to be down at the 1, looks like. Is it at the 1 or the 2? They said the 2-yard line. Nice job by Webster, Tom. He bounced off a tackle, stayed on his feet, and almost scored the touchdown there. They mark it out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2 from there. Hicks will come in the shotgun once again. Indians got to keep an eye on Webster. He's been crucial here in overtime. High snap, handoff Webster. He will punch it in. I think. No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown. Touchdown is good by Webster. And Webster starting to pile up the numbers now. That's his second touchdown of the game. 19 carries, 84 yards, and 2 scores. Now the PAT attempt from Stool. Kick is up, and the kick is good. That was close.
Whoa.
Oh, no good. It's wide right.
I thought it missed right, yeah.
PAT, no good. It looked like it just went inside the right goalpost, but they say it's no good. Folks, don't go anywhere. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Make sure to visit Jack Burford.
Let you know that
back here at Madison Central High School, Miller in the shotgun. 3 receivers, handoff to Chenault. Freddie going to fall forward, and they're going to mark him at the 7-yard line, Tom. Gain of 3. You don't want to miss a bit of the action here on WBONTV.com, listening live on WEKY 92.5 and 103.5 WKXO. Partners of the Wallingford Media Group. Randy Rosenbaum, our producer. Austin Hanks, an awesome job once again on the camera work. Tom Gross, myself, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, Rocky Ferris, and Hugh Davis hanging up here in the booth. Indians trying to pull off the win. Handoff to Hahn. Ethan trying to set up the blocks. Can't get outside. Good defense by the Cougars. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Third down and 6. They're going to mark it at the 7, so no gain for Hahn. Thought he got a yard. So, Tom, this is the biggest play right here. Well, you got 2 downs, obviously, to get it.
Yeah, in this situation, you go on 4th, but they could put it in right here.
See if they run the fake pass or the fake handoff and the pass to Muntz over the middle. See if that's there again. There it is. And there it is. What did I say? I called it. Blake Muntz with the touchdown catch in the end zone. Just like I predicted, they faked the handoff to Chenault and the touchdown to Blake Muntz. Now, Jordan Hatcher, can he do what Stool could not do? If the PAT is good, Madison Central will win a regional championship. The Indians, do we have a timeout call? Yes, timeout. Maybe not. The officials are signaling timeout. Somebody, who called it? Timeout Madison Central. Indians call the timeout, Tom. If the Indians do win, Samantha Burford will talk to Coach Centers. Tom, you know, Mark Centers has been here for 4 or 5 years now. He took over this football team, and there were rumors before the season, was he on the hot seat? Let me tell you right now, this guy knows how to coach. He had tremendous success before he came here to Madison Central. If this PAT goes through the uprights, what an unbelievable year for Mark Centers, the Madison Central football program, and the Indians fans. We got more work to do, but this PAT goes through, you will see an unbelievable celebration here tonight in Richmond. Joshua Berry will hold. And Jordan Hatcher, the senior, for the extra point. And the Cougars call the timeout.
Icing. Icing has been called.
Man, oh, man. I can't sit down, Tom. My belly's growling. It has been an amazing night here. I'll tell you what, credit to both of these football teams. You know, obviously, we're calling this game for Madison Central. We're going to lean toward the Indians a tad bit. So we understand a little bit of the upset crowd that's watching us from the Cougars. But I tell you what, they have got a tremendous football team coming down here to play us tonight in Richmond. So no matter what happens, this football team from Madison Central and the Cougars from Connor, they have had a lot to cheer about this season.
And in this game.
This game's been
one of
fun.
the better football games in high school I've seen, too. Excuse me.
Here it comes, Hatcher, trying to gear up for the PAT. If it goes through, the Indians crowd will probably storm the field. Berry to hold. Hatcher for the kick. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Indians win regional championship for the first time in school history. Jordan Hatcher with the extra point through the uprights. And your Madison Central Indians are region champions. What a night here in Richmond. Crowd storms the field. Indians win the game. Jordan Hatcher, the extra point to seal it. We're trying to find Samantha Burford as she's trying to get a hold of Mark Centers. Tom, what a night. Mark Centers is out there celebrating. The Indians are out there celebrating. Samantha Burford trying to find Mark Centers in amidst the crowd. Samantha trying to get a hold of him. But, Tom, what an amazing evening here as Madison Central knocks off Connor in double overtime.
Make sure to visit
and for the first time in school history, are crowned region champs. Mark Center's going to go hug the family. Let him take care of all that. We'll talk to him when he's done. Huge congratulations to the Indians football team and a huge win for this football program. Tom, how about it? I mean, what about this? What about the night we've had here?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's just been a tremendous football game. And, Connor, I know it hurts tonight, but, man, hold your head high. What a great team and what a great season they had this year. To get to the Final 8 in this class is a major task. I don't care who you are. And to get to this game tonight where, what do we got, 8 teams playing tonight? So now let's go down to the field, and we've got an interview.
All right, Coach, give us your thoughts.
This right here, film that. That's what it's about. God's good. Thank you.
How do you put this into words? This regional championship that's going into double overtime. Jordan Hatcher's kick.
We get to play again next week. That's all it is. Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Samantha, thank you for the interview. Tom, I tell you what an unbelievable atmosphere right now. You can see it over on our TV site on WBON TV. Madison Central is your region champions. It's the first time ever we've been able to say that. And the Indians knock off Connor 28-27 in double overtime. We're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, come back here, sort out the stats from an unbelievable night here in Richmond, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back and wrap this one up on the Hometown Dental Postgame Show back in 3 minutes on WEKY, WKXO, and WBONTV.com.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
a story all about how my mama keeps a slip turned upside down. I'd like to take a moment to sit right there, and I'll tell you how we stay in trouble at Bishop Small Engine Repair. On North Estill Avenue, born and raised, in Richmond's where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing all cool, fixing small engines with lots of tools. When a couple of guys with yards were no good started buying mowers to clean up their neighborhood. I ordered a few hundred mowers and Mom got mad. We need a new shop for you and your dad. We got Cupcadet and Grasshopper to go far and near. Some even have a steering wheel with an engine in the rear. If anything, I could say our service is rare, and if it's small engine related, come to Bishop Small Engine Repair.
I like it. That's a take. I like it.
Oh. It's been a busy year, so what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summer on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's 3 branch locations in Richmond or Berea and find the right personal, vehicle, or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
As well as WeatherTech accessories, gooseneck, fifth wheel, and bumper type hitches. We also provide vehicle undercoating and rust proofing. And don't forget about our many commercial and industrial applications.
Back here at Madison Central High School, Tom Gross, Michael Watkins. Tom, I mean, man, what do you say about this one? Congratulations, Mark Centers and the Madison Central football team. And I'll tell you one thing real quick. Those who probably didn't see it, but Mark Centers is all class, Tom. This guy, I mean, he is absolutely class personified. Let's just say we cannot say that from the opposing team's coaching staff after Mark Centers tried to go over, shake the hands. We won't get into the details, but just want to say Mark Centers is class personified. Indians deserve this win tonight, and they earned it tonight.
Yeah, there was a couple of times, like the pass we talked about in the end zone, but the father of the kid that looked like he caught the ball got a close-up of him, and the ball was on the ground. So the official, Johnny on the spot, made the right call. We had another one over here on the sideline where it looked like there was a completed pass, and the young man was knocked out of bounds, and he went 3-4 steps into the out-of-bounds area and dropped the ball, and they called that one incomplete. Things in this game of football can go either way at any time during the game, and that is the factor that nobody can control. You can practice, you can run a play 100 times in practice, and you can make it as perfect as you can, but if that ball bounces a funny way, it can change the outcome of a football game. And this was just a great head-to-head matchup between two great teams, and the Indians were fortunate to come out the victor tonight, and they'll move on to the round of semifinals. Yes.
Round of 4. Indians advanced. They'll play Scott County next week, and what an amazing night it has been. I tell you what, thank you to everybody that's been watching us tonight. Over 700 comments over on our Facebook page. And to all those people that are watching us tonight and have been tuning in, thank you for being a part of an amazing night here in Richmond as Madison Central knocks off Connor 28-27 to win the school's first regional championship in school history. I had a person ask if we will be airing the game next week. As long as Scott County lets us come up there, that is our plan, to be up there next Friday night and to air the game for you on WBON TV. That's the plan. It'll be Black Friday. It'll be a big Friday, though, for Madison Central and Scott County, as the winner will play in the state championship game in Class 6A. Tom, let's run down the stats real quick here on the Hometown Dental postgame show. Hometown Dental is offering you $100 off of Zoom whitening treatment. And they're also giving you free exams and x-rays for new patients. All you have to do is mention code WBONTV and receive this great deal. It's $100 off of Zoom whitening treatment and free exams and x-rays for new patients if you just mentioned WBON TV. The postgame show brought to you by Hometown Dental on Atwood Drive in Richmond. Final score, 28-27. Madison Central knocks off Connor. The Indians rack up 245 yards of offense on 64 plays. The Cougars 201 on 63 plays. Run down the stats. Looks like fumbles. Connor fumbled the football 4 times. Only coughed it up actually once. The Indians recovering it. The Indians fumbled it twice and lost both of them. Penalties, 9 penalties for 58 yards on Connor, 8 for 80 on Madison Central. Possession time. Connor, 22 minutes and 6 seconds. Madison Central, 25 minutes and 54 seconds. Both teams converted 3 third downs. The Cougars were 3 of 13. The Indians were 3 of 12. And both teams did very good in the red zone. Tom, the Cougars were 4 of 5 in the red zone. Madison Central were 3 of 4 in the red zone. Individual stats look like this for Madison Central. 27 carries for Freddie Chenal. 85 yards, 2 touchdowns as he moves up the all-time career list in total touchdowns. He's in the top 10 in that area and is now 3rd for total touchdowns in a single season. So congratulations to Freddie Chenal on the big game for him. 2 touchdowns, 85 yards rushing. Ethan Hahn, a good job, 6.3 yards per carry, 10 carries, 63 yards. And Derek Miller, 10 carries, 20 yards. Miller, not a huge game, Tom, but he does go 7 of 17 for 77 yards, the 1 touchdown. Had a big hookup with Ethan Hahn there in the 3rd quarter. Played very well, had the touchdown pass to Blake Muntz, had the 2-point conversion to Blake Muntz, and a big game for Derek Miller, 7 of 17 through the air. Muntz had 5 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. Ethan Hahn had 2 grabs for 44 yards. And tackling tonight, you talked about it, Jackson Jewett would probably get over 10 tackles. He goes 14 tackles tonight to lead the way for the Indians once again. 10 tackles for Ben Snap, 8 for John Collins, 5 for Ben Pinson. Just an unbelievable all-around game for both teams, really. I mean, everybody put on a show tonight. It was just fate for Madison Central that they pull off a 1-point win.
Yep, and now it's on to face a very, very tough team next week that they're going to have to spend some time preparing for this week.
Scott County knocked off Simon Kenton. Scott County, when you look at the history of Madison Central High School, no matter what the sport is, Scott County has always had their number, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, whatever the case is. It has always been tough for Madison Central to get over the Scott County hump. We saw it last year in baseball when Madison Central beat Scott County in the 11th Region Championship game in baseball. It would be huge for Indians fans if they could go on the road next week. It would not be easy. Scott County beat Frederick Douglass, who had their way with Madison Central early in the year. So it will not be easy, but Indians will be on the road next week. Winner will play in the state championship game as they play on the road next week in Georgetown versus the Scott County Cardinals. What an unbelievable night here in Richmond as Madison Central, for the first time in school history, is region champs. For a full cast of crew tonight, thank you to Hugh Davis and Rocky Ferris from WL Stats. Awesome job once again by Austin Hanks on the camera work. Our producer, Randy Rosenbaum. Our sideline reporter, Samantha Burford. The lovely Tom Gross. And myself, Michael Watkins. Guys, we've got more work to do. One more game to go, at least, for Madison Central fans. Richmond, celebrate tonight. We'll see you next Friday. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, WEKY and WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead. Play with fire. Think on your feet. Or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new. Something big. Something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies have been an essential part of your community for over 20 years. We care about giving the people of Estill County the best service because we are part of the community too. Our knowledgeable staff is dedicated to making sure your prescriptions are filled quickly and accurately because the people we serve are our neighbors, friends, and family. We offer text message alerts, autofill, medication synchronization, and compliance calls to make sure that you can take one more item off your to-do list.
Pulled pork, brisket, ribs, burgers, hand-cut steaks, prime rib. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue in Irvin. Whether you like your meat cooked low and slow or seared and sizzling, House of Q has just the thing to ignite your taste buds. Eat inside in the beautiful dining room or outside on the biggest patio in 4 counties. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue at 77 River Drive in Irvin.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.